culture, fool.
What's up, Food Podcast, man? We have Jr. Jimenez here from the True Hustle Podcast.
What's up?
Right here, man, trying to get followers. Nah, man, he has a wonderful podcast out of Southgate. I did it already. He's had a lot of, pretty much all the comics that live by the 605.
And the 710, fool, too.
Yeah,
dog.
man, you from Southgate, right? Born and raised?
Huntington Park.
Huntington Park, my bad.
And then, like, it's like Huntington Park, then you go to Southgate, then you go to Downey, fool. And that's it.
Rodrigo Torres,
Yeah, man. What's happening, everybody?
MartinRizo right here.
Órale, homie, aquí nomás. Oh, we're kind of weren't matching.
Well, you fools are matching. You fools coordinated, huh?
Yeah, dude, we got
text
together,
you?
dude. Hell yeah,
We
dude.
dress each other.
We're that white.
Póntetelo.
The great white.
Póntetelo.
Póntetelo. That's not a word.
Hey, when
Not
your
even a
mom
word.
was, when
This
your
fool's
mom,
making up words right now.
What
when your
happened,
mom was buying your shirts, did she send your ass to the dressing room, or she just tell you did she tell you to take your shirt off? That's option 2. Or did she just start measuring your ass right there?
Right there, fool.
We had to try it on, fool.
Yeah, your mom take your shirt off.
She was you're not coming back, dog. Right there in the dressing
But
room.
no dressing room right there outside.
No, in the dressing room right there.
The worst is like when you have your
Fool,
shirt.
you had a dressing room, fool?
No.
At the
JCPenney.
JCPenney, dick. Every
I'm
JCPenney.
thinking swap me, fool.
Cause
My bad, you guys are fancy, fool.
Dick, no.
Fancy ass fool.
Swap me, that's where we got socks and shoes, bro.
Swami had to put it over your shirts. You're like, yeah, okay, I guess you think of it. If it's tight, that means it's good, you know, because like the shirt underneath, you know. So,
Yeah.
That's how
Because
bro.
Alameda Swami did not
Muéstralo.
have fucking...
For the way measure the back, but they never like measure like how wide it's gonna be from the front.
You're right.
Is that one day you're shrugging, huh?
You're right about that.
Did you ever like you grew up rich, right? Like
How
Nah,
rich,
fool, we
dog?
didn't grow rich, fool.
Hood rich?
Huntington Park, there's no rich people in Huntington
Hey,
Park.
go on, dog.
Well, let me one rich person in HP right now.
you were like upper
father.
middle class or lower middle
We
class.
were like, this is middle class, and we were right here.
So working class, lower
Like
middle
working class. My dad was a hard
yeah.
worker. I wasn't poor. But my dad, you know,
You had a
he was
Nintendo.
provider. Fool, I
had a Nintendo?
fool.
You had the gun, fool?
And the gun, killing ducks. Pa, pa, pa.
Yeah, dude,
You
Huntington.
guys bought it, or you guys like bought it from somebody who stole it?
Well, most likely,
My family.
remember I told you this?
Hey, if you got it, you got it,
Fool,
I
dog.
had a
Every-
blue gun and shit.
For every neighborhood has their neighborhood clucker, so I'm sure my dad bought it from that fucking fool that would sell us videos and shit.
Were you in a gang, or you were to do that to go in before the lights go out at night?
Nah, I would have to be home at a certain time. Se no me metieron unos putazos, güey.
Like when the street lights, or when it got dark?
I think when it got dark.
Us was street lights, bro. Early birds.
Oh, that's early, dog. 7.
Fuck, it
6:50.
sucks.
A las 7,
Dick,
güey?
bro. But we lived though. Everybody else died.
Fuck, dude. When you live in Huntington
Saving
Park,
grace.
were there still like some white people there?
No.
They all moved out by then.
When
Was
we
there
moved
still,
there,
when you were living in Southgate, were the streets paved already, or were they like dirt?
nah, it was already paved.
All right.
What year
Felipe's
is that?
talking
Oh,
about in
you-
the fucking 40s, then.
Oh, yeah.
Johnny Cash played there, man.
Fuck, dude.
like, fool, like, nah.
That's a good
It was
question.
nice.
Good question, because
A lot of those
there
old
was a shitload
bars.
of white people back in the day, Huntington Park and
They used
Southgate.
to,
Southgate.
they used to
Had a
play
lot of
that.
white people.
There's a bunch of old bars with Johnny Cash.
We
who
met the
played
mayor,
all-
right,
yeah,
at that
dude.
parade?
Yeah.
Well,
dude.
what's it called? Alameda separated. There was.
There it is. Look,
Oh,
bro.
their shit. Because I heard that like back
Oh,
in the
that
day,
lady.
Southgate had
That's
a lot
a
of.
ghetto
Yeah, that's
ass street
Pacific,
now.
dude.
Southgate was all white. Huntington Park was all white.
Southgate had a
And-
lot of like
and what
KKK,
divided-
right? Or like a lot of
Southgate probably. And Downey ni se diga, güey. Puro güero.
yeah,
And
right, huh?
Alameda divided everything. So
Watts, right?
Mexicans and blacks were on this side, and we couldn't cross the tracks.
Because I would hear people say I would
You
read.
couldn't or you wouldn't.
Well, that was back then. I grew up. I was already on Mexican when I was there.
Because I read somewhere that like people compare Southgate.
You know.
Southgate in the '60s to like the Midwest. It like, had like that feel, you know, like
Damn,
that,
really?
that suburban feel. Because I mean, it is pretty suburban, you know.
Where was the hop at in Lakewood? That was
Lakewood.
all like that. All those fools go land there and perform. But that was probably more even like, you know.
That was even more fucking.
Oh, the country club,
fancy,
that's
fool.
on,
Santa Fe Springs. What was that?
Fancy, fool.
Frogs.
Where?
Cantarranas. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, but that's a hood right there. Yeah.
So I live in Norwalk, and I go to sometimes I go to the Sater Brothers on Firestone, and
Then you guys have a Stater Brothers, fool.
I'll see some white people still in there.
Yeah.
I trip out.
Well, Downey still has a lot of white people.
Real? Oh yeah.
You're either
Carly's from Southgate. I mean, from Downey.
don't care, don't want to
She was
live,
from-
or
she was born there. Yeah.
I thought
Can't
Metallica
move.
came out of Downey.
Downey, the singer.
The Carpenters.
Yeah,
The
James
Carpenters
Hetfield.
came out of.
Yeah,
And then I brought this stand-up comedy probably like 15 years in that area. Now, never saw a white person in
Where?
the audience.
Where?
Only a
Downey?
redneck, bro, at the Rosewood.
Where?
but that's at night too,
Huntington
though.
Park, Southgate, West Covina, Lakewood, all those
16,
All
areas.
6,
Mexican,
562.
All Mexico.
Ah, Mexican, so heavy.
Crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
I always make a joke
Deep,
like, hey,
bro.
I'm from Mexico, from this small part.
You do stand-up?
No.
Why are you telling jokes?
You're stupid, Felipe.
For real, man.
Ya me voy, güey.
A lot of
Give me that little
podcasters,
mic,
they
dog.
try to be funny on their podcast, but then when they call them out to do stand-up, they don't want to do it.
I can't do it. I'm not that
You
funny.
could do it.
No, it takes a
Stop
skill.
it. You know
fool.
what? No, you
I
have
can
the
do it.
skill.
That don't
You
work
have
that
the
way.
skill. But what's holding me back is that you're not going to get everybody to laugh. That's the hard part, bro. You got us three laughing, but when it hits 300, 200 people, 50,
can't do it,
then it
bro.
gets harder, bro. But then you could do it.
Yo,
I'll
I
fucking
dare.
freeze.
Bro,
dog.
I could name 10 people that are still doing it for 20 years, bro. You could do it.
Damn.
You
Slip
should
right
do
in,
it. You just call, you know what? We're going to have the True Hustle podcast live stand-up show right here in Hawaiian Gardens, people.
Oh my God.
3 people show up. No, mames, güey.
But you call it your real estate friends, bro.
Yeah.
You sell houses, right? Mm-hmm. You flip them.
I do mostly buy and holds. I buy apartments.
What do you mean? Like, so
I keep them.
The building.
Yeah.
and you rent out the apartments.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's
So
cool.
we buy them. They're all shitty. Fix them. Rent them.
What's the name of that business? What's the name of that business?
No, it's just there's flipping and then there's buying and holding.
No, but you
That-
work for a company, right? Where we did your show.
No, but that's my office. Yeah,
What's
so
the
I
name
do
of
my
your
own shit.
company?
It goes by the JR Group,
Oh, the GR
Yeah,
Group.
yeah.
All right.
but now I'm just branding it as JR because you know.
Because I remember one time, bro, like I would say like 2008 or 9 or 12. But I won that common standing already. And I saw that this whole building where I used to live in Boyle Heights, it was 9 units on top
Okay.
and 5 retail on the bottom. And one of them was, and right, they were gonna build a fire pit pizza 2 blocks down by the Big Buy.
Okay.
But right before you get to Big Buy, there's a little horrible apartment, right? Then there's a good ass Mexican restaurant. I think my dad, she, and my mom in that restaurant both the times.
Oh,
But there's good ass, weird, like mantecoso ass tacos there with big tortilla. They're good.
That's why I after
Oh,
a mean
my
ass
God.
fucking.
I'm gonna get
Juliana,
off the track.
vámonos.
So it was for sale one time, bro, for $784,000.
God damn, imagine what it's
That's
right now.
good, right?
Fuck.
Yeah, but somebody bought it and they brought in some. It's still there, but they haven't brought in the big time, you know, like Trader Joe, nothing like that yet. But the businesses are still in the bottom and everybody's still paying rent.
Fool, a house in Compton sells for 7.
They're expensive.
Yeah, man, that was
Imagine buying 9 units.
Yeah, that was in 2011, man.
I think after the big crash in 2008 to like 2012, nobody wanted to buy shit.
Well,
Everything
people
was
were
discounted.
scared, right?
People were scared.
How many homes did you sell that you know that they're living in the streets now?
No, none. Thank gosh.
I left them on the
Fuck
streets.
that. Nah, not
And you
yet.
think that the people that were selling these homes, because you were too young to be in real estate back when it happened, right? When they crashed, the big
No,
bubble.
I was already getting into real estate.
That was 2010.
No, that was 2008.
Right
2008.
before.
Okay.
Subprime mortgages.
Do you think people,
Crazy,
Do you
bro.
think people knew, like the people that were they were doing it for 10 years before you, they had a feeling that this shit's gonna drop sooner or later?
Well, I just think it was man-made. So some people knew, and it was man-made because they were doing a bunch of illegal ass shit.
Well,
Like
that's
those
like-
fucking mortgages.
No. What about fuck
Okay.
that man-made, bro? But you think those realtors knew that the bubble was gonna bust
Yeah,
sooner or later?
I think so.
It
They
was-
just didn't know when.
they saw it coming.
Because it was
Like-
just getting too good.
Cause I knew a realtor. She was depressed, bro, thinking that I sold 10 homes, so these motherfuckers they ain't gonna be able to pay the next payment next year.
Because that was adjustable
sold the-
mortgages, right?
Yeah, but she sold
For-
homes with prime fucking mortgages.
Yeah,
And
bro.
1,000 in the
prime-
beginning,
There it
and
is,
then
yeah.
like the adjustable goes up like crazy. It's like
See,
45.
the problem when that shit happened was that your payment went from 1,000 to 5,000.
Yeah. how could you fucking catch
Come
up?
on, that's
and
just
that's when you
crazy,
had
dog.
like, you know, one family, then like 3 families move in. You have 7 cars
So
on
they
the
bought
block.
another house.
That's
Well,
No,
That
it was
house
like
in
10 families
Lancaster.
fucking trying to make it, and then they fucking lost it.
Ten families couldn't pay. Fuck, dude.
I told this fool a story about
dude. He said, because he's a Tampa.
Like, fucking, yeah, like 10 fucking families living in one house who fucking trying to make it.
Pay for rent, bro. Fuck, dude.
I told this fool there was
Enough about the Osmonds, bro.
Frogtown, there was a homie Hussein, and he said that like, you know, Asian people in that neighborhood, they'll be like moving in 5, 6 families, no hay pedos, you know, they'll start making the money and separate off that mortgage. And then he's all Latinos or the people that are, no me quiero meter en líos, compadre. You know what I mean? They're like, you know, problems arise after, you know, some
They're
of the
like, no
people
quiero
and shit.
pedos. That's how we are, though.
And what do you do exactly as far as when you buy a building, though, like under the JR group? You get investors to front the money to get, or what? Like, what's the method of that madness, dude?
I'm solo bolo, compa. Like, I buy them on my own. I don't like partnerships because partnerships are a problem. People start fucking, people put in money, and now they're like, oh, well, you know, we're half owners, so now let's refinance it and do this, and then they want to take over the investment. So to me, I'd rather avoid problems and do it on my own and finance it.
And you get financing just based on your credit,
Just
or
regular,
what you
based
have?
on, just like a bank, like how you would buy a house. Like, all right, I got this, I mean, my credit's good, my income's good. All right, let's qualify for this and buy it with the bank's money. Like, you don't have to come in. People think that you're gonna have to come in everything cash. No, you don't, bro.
Because the whole thing is to
Give a
substantiate
20%.
what you're borrowing, right?
Yeah.
Because you have to have the capital to back that up, just in essence, in the bank or credit-wise,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. I mean, they're gonna use their financials and
Is that going well for you?
or it's fucking allow me to fucking do all my, you know, it's fucking, it changed everything for me. But the 2008 market is what changed everything for me.
That's where you're able to grab whatever you have now,
fuck,
as far as
fool.
capital
That's
that
when
you're
you said
using.
I started doing a podcast, huh?
That what?
That's when you said I started doing a podcast.
No, that
Podcast
was
didn't
fucking
exist
way
back
later.
then.
It didn't exist, fool.
Like the little emoji on
What
thing.
podcast? Were you listening and goes, you know what? I could do a podcast.
This
Oh,
one, dog.
this one fool from fucking, what's up, fool? Nah, just kidding.
Oh shit, dude.
See, you're doing it too. You're adding too much vowels to it.
So, okay,
It's
teach me
what's
that,
up, fool, but you're doing oh. See, you're doing
I'm trying to
more
sound
like
like you,
you're
fool.
trying to sound like if I want to do a opera.
Yeah, you gotta grasp the essence, I think, is what
Oh, you know, like
Or
what's
the,
up, fool?
What was your
You have
first?
to throw a little oh, like you have a froggy throat.
What was your first?
You sound like Russell Peters trying to say what's up, fool. Let's do good though. Some Jay Valentino, bro.
Ah, shit.
it is. It was killing me last
We
week.
can't do those.
Which one?
Jay Valentino
Which one?
for impersonations.
Oh, no, him? No, I can't. Because then I would have to act, you know.
What, dog?
You know I love you,
This
fool.
one's so buff. Oh, he's a little arm, fool.
When did you start doing real estate? Like, what made you do it?
What made me do it?
When they kick your family out of the house?
When they
Revenge.
revenge, fucking landlords.
You look like
I'ma
a
buy
skinny
that shit.
Momo, bro. Never noticed that. Momo Rodriguez.
come on.
Skinny. No, don't say that, Momo, dude.
Like if somebody like shot Momo Rodriguez with a shotgun in his cheeks.
Chingas,
No,
man.
like if somebody shot Momo with a Ozempic dart.
No, mames.
Hit me with one, dog.
So like, what was your first property that you bought? Like what was like? when
You're
you-
not next door.
La tiendita, güey.
The first one was in 2006, before the crash.
Wait, how old are you?
How old are you?
I'm going to be 42.
Oh shit.
But I
you
was
started
22
young.
when
So
I
you bought all that was drug money then.
basically, yeah.
Wait, so
Nah, just kidding. Did you see those eyes?
I should have sold drugs.
I fucked up, dude. I was trying to fucking do kickflips. What the fuck, dude?
Nah, I just fucking, I worked a gang of overtime and I saved all my money.
Where'd you work at?
I worked for LA County.
When you were saving your money, you were not like fucking like these dudes that eat out every night, huh?
Mi madre, güey.
That's hard, huh?
ramen.
Whoa, that shit gets
That's
expensive,
it.
bro.
yeah.
You know
bro.
what's expensive? Drinking out every night.
Bro, you ate
That
out the
shit
night
is
easily, bro.
I did it like twice, maybe like, cause I used to just buy a 6-pack of drink at home. But when you go to the club and actually you're not getting free drinks, you can walk out of there with $220, bro. Easy.
Yeah.
Dude, that one day before we went to that game, that Pacers game in Indianapolis, me and Butch, dude, fucking 3 drinks, dude. That shit was $90.
Oh, get out of here.
And that's
bro.
just drinks.
Yeah,
Imagine
yeah.
food.
Yeah, that was
Imagine
the
every
later,
day?
bro. Hell
Who
yeah.
is
That adds
fucking-
up. That's a bill a
It
day.
adds up, dog.
Yeah,
A
pregame.
bill and a half?
Pregame some hot dogs in the car.
You're
and then
working to
it's-
live if
real.
you don't save, dude.
Yeah.
So you bought that property in 2006?
2006, bro. 4 units.
What's the price tag on that back then?
Back then was $650.
$650, and that was
And-
expensive.
No, but back then
Was that an apartment
$650.
complex or what was that?
4 units.
Yeah, it was 4
650
units.
was
But
1.2.
$650 was a lot back then.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
And then the crash happened.
That was what, 2 years after?
And then I went from 650 to be worth 300.
Whoa.
So I was upside down. But the beauty about it is that you don't have to sell if you're upside down.
if
just
you
keep
still
it.
have your job, you're still making your payments, your mortgages, and then you got your income coming from those units, right? 'Cause that's
Well, I
where-
had rents coming in no matter
Yeah.
what. Like,
It-
it wouldn't make sense for me to sell even though I fucking put your equity just cut in half. Like what the property was worth.
well, you could have refinanced for in the future.
I mean, you couldn't
Not-
because I had no
not
equity.
anymore, right.
But you just kept it.
That's how I felt, bro, when I saw my Jose Canseco rookie, bro, go from $90 to 50 cents.
That full snitch, dog. Steroids,
Bro.
That's a lot, fool.
bro. So that, for
And
that's,
what was that at, the first property you bought?
Southgate.
Southern? Okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
and for that $650 for that property, what'd you put down, and what was your percentage on that
I
loan?
think I put 10% down, which was 50,000, and I had back then interest rates were like at what 6.5.
How many co-signers you had?
Okay, cool.
Just one or what?
17. Nah, just kidding.
So you had partners,
I
dog.
had my tia, everybody. Nah, no co-signers. Man. Thank
Fuck
God.
yeah, dude.
So would you say that Southgate is like an upcoming neighborhood? Because I a long time ago I was doing Lyft and I took some white people and they discovered Southgate. They're like, oh yeah, dude, it's not too far from downtown. And is
Gonna
3
go buy
minutes.
some drugs.
do you think it's gonna like in a couple years be the next?
I
Like,
think so.
because it's not too far from down. It's only Southgate is only 5 miles from Dodger Stadium. It's
you
not
go.
that far, bro. Even Huntington Park.
Huntington Park,
It's just there's no
Southgate.
freeway the only freeway that connects you is the 710, but that's bullshit. You gotta go like on Alameda. you
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
I think HP.
Yeah,
light you
yeah.
up.
All the way, dude.
I
Traffic
think you have the
makes it far.
710.
But you gotta go all the way to like
Down-
and it
down
drops you
Firestone.
on Hamburg,
Yeah,
you know?
you
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
hit 105 at that.
But I think at it's already changing though.
It's going back to white.
No, it won't go back to
I think
white
it's
because
cleaning up, though.
It's Southgate is like I think I might be wrong. I don't know. It's like 60, almost 60 to 70% owned.
Southgate?
So there's a lot of owners. So you can't
that's
just
a-
re-gentrify it
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's owned.
Because it's gonna get
You can
passed down.
re-gentrify it if it's a bunch of renters.
So they start selling it.
yeah,
Yeah.
so how about
it's
the,
gonna get passed down to the children, right? Like it's like
And then those people will sell.
yeah. So
Porque les
like,
vale madre.
the ones that own it right now are probably boomers, right? In that age
Boomers.
group. Yeah.
Exactly.
they
We
bought
were
it.
just talking
they-
about that shit earlier.
And
And
they
then-
bought it when it was like fucking like $10,000, right?
10,000 for a house. Imagínate.
In the 60s, 50, bro.
There's a lot of those.
Well, even in the early 2000s, houses there were going from like 190 to like 200.
Yeah,
Unheard of.
Lancaster,
Come
bro,
on,
70,000 when they were barely
Yeah.
building them.
Bro.
Remember when everybody was defecting to Moreno Valley in the early 90s? Those houses were $75,000, bro.
And
Those
nobody
bought by
wanted to go buy.
Crips.
Yeah. And that was a 2-story house, bro.
With a pool.
Yeah, bro.
You ever lie to somebody and show them a house and say, this is a 3-bedroom house. But if you had a curtain, it's
Put a curtain and say, hey, this is a bedroom right here.
you ever lie to
gotta-
somebody and say, man, this is
Subdivide,
a
homie.
3-story home. The first story starts like this.
Well,
Bro, you ever
it
like
depends. Fool.
You
If I
ever
don't like them?
You ever like
Totally.
you ever took somebody all the way through the process and then at the end they can't get the house. They were sad.
Yeah, fool. But they did it to themselves. It's like if you're in the process of it and you know that they're going to check your credit again and you go buy a Mercedes Benz.
Oh, you're a
They bought a
moron, bro.
Mercedes Benz while they're doing this home.
like, no mames.
Pendejos, bro.
The escrow's never going to go through, and that's what the escrow's for. It's usually a month, right?
Because they run your credit right before they fund the loan.
Because you got to get credit
So
just to get the
listen,
loan.
If you're
right?
in escrow, don't buy anything.
To get a Rolex.
So after,
fuck it.
like, go get a Rolex, go get a car. No
I
mames.
never
like,
looked better, bro.
you know? But,
So big ass grill by the time you're signing, I'm all, yeah.
Fine, dog.
Okay, so what about strippers? Like when they have like when it's a lot of cash and they're like, I don't have good credit, but I have so much cash. How does that work?
You just buy it
you wanna
cash.
hear, this is going to blow your mind.
This question is blowing my mind. Like,
No, because there's a lot. Because that's a common thing, right?
been living with a woman forever now.
This fool
Is that a common thing where like
Concerned about a
strippers?
stripper.
Well,
Because strippers, they make so much
strippers
cash
are
when they try to rent.
entrepreneurs, right?
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
So they get
He's talking about some chick from back in the day at Fritz, bro.
at Fritz.
What's for it?
the playpen.
Damn, fool the playpen on my man.
Used to wear
Fritz, those chicks will give you a lap dance, and then they'll give you a card, bro, for a little card. I work for Century. One.
Like for all the strippers out there,
daytime.
all your tips, if you deposit them, will qualify your bank statement program, homie.
But has
not
somebody
gonna
ever tried to pay
attach
you like
tips
somebody
anymore.
like give you like
Oh shit!
what if like a stripper gives you like $50,000 cash? What do you do?
They
then?
have to be it has to be seasoned in the bank. That's what people need to understand. Like they get tons
not
of
flipping
cash,
cars, dude.
so deposítalo, and nowadays there's like bank statement programs where they could qualify, bro. A stripper could qualify.
Does a stripper try ever pay you like an Apple Pay? Is that a let me pay you?
Nah, but I'm saying like the bank could qualify them based on bank statement programs because
Really?
they're getting the cash, and now you're gonna deposit it, and they go based off your deposits. Está cabrón.
Consistency of being able to pay the payment.
Yeah.
Mortgage.
So like everything's changed because like maybe like 30 years ago or 20 years ago you're able to pay in cash.
Fool, everything before you could fucking say, Felipe, how much you make? Fool, all right, 300. All right, fool.
This fool makes 300,000.
That's it.
Like that. I see
They didn't
that.
even check it.
Nothing, way. That's why the 2008 fucking crash happened.
Oh wow.
And also too after 9/11
Yeah,
too to
messed
not
up,
fund
could've bought a home.
terrorism and
Yeah.
shit like that. Now that's why they have to like
Fool, we
you know.
missed out. Fool, we should have been born earlier. Would have had all kinds of properties.
I should have bought a house when I was 14, bro. What the fuck was I doing, dude?
What the fuck are you doing? Skating, fool?
Yeah,
Buy
I
a
was getting-
$200 skateboard, bro.
yeah, I was trying to
Had a family and shit already. Huh? Fuck, dude.
fucked up, dude.
Have a family. Have
A
board.
ball
So you're
at
saying that
27.
homes in all over Los Angeles, even in the worst neighborhood, like we're talking about the city of Los Angeles, right? Not fucking
County.
not the Valley, not the Valley.
LA County.
Not Pacoima, those places, even though they're part of Los Angeles.
Los
We're talking
Angeles
about
proper?
the city, where your city stays, Los Angeles. We're talking about 90033 all the way to 90036 in Atwater, those areas.
Yeah, okay.
But you know how there's bad neighborhoods like there's no bad neighborhoods because everything is above $800,000 for a home, right?
But dude, even
South
like
Central's
The
cleaned
average
up.
price in LA County is 900.
Yeah.
so even like Willowbrook, where it's like the worst.
No, I mean,
Like
that's
Compton?
Yeah, like that
Like-
whole
like
area,
a-
like kind of like by the.
So even there, full Compton's
758?
selling for like 750, bro. It's fucking wild.
Dude, even like, dude,
The average mortgage is like 6,000.
in Riverside, all the houses I see for sale, dude, it's like, god damn, dude.
You ever
Nothing's
thought
under
about buying
700.
buildings in other states? Because I was in Dayton, Ohio,
Oh,
and bro, there's some my brother-in-law lives there. He lives, but everybody that has money, they live outside the city in big ass farms, bro. Like
Big old
He lives
spreads.
in Arkham, bro. He has a big ass house, bro. That fool fought the city just to build a barn in front of the house because they were saying, well, if you put it in front of the house, it's gonna be like a house. They call it a house, but everybody else has a barn.
Yeah. I
So
want
they have to
one too.
fight. He got the barn, but in the city though, it's not as pretty as the countryside. With the countryside only like 3 miles away, but there's a lot of buildings for sale, man. But everybody says that now the city's gonna stay the way it is always. What do
I
you
had
think, bro?
Well, I had a seller that sold their Downey property and went and bought like 21 units in Ohio.
Yeah, 21
21.
for half the price, probably, huh?
Fuck.
And how much was
They
the house?
sold 4 units. I sold it to them. I sold it for them for like 1.4. They took that 1.4 and bought 21 over there.
Are all those units right now?
21.
Those 21 right now? Then there you go, dog.
They're making money,
Solid
huh?
investment.
And I think LA County fucking sucks with all these these tenant laws. They're trying to make it impossible for landlords and shit. So I think that's why a lot of people are leaving. Because they're,
Landlords are leaving.
Gavin Newsom, dog.
Don't get me started.
Hey, okay.
I have a section on True Hustle like, fuck Gavin Newsom, but nah.
Squatters.
we ain't gonna get into that. but they're making it impossible, so.
Impossible for.
But to
Not
answer your
impossible,
question,
harder though, right?
I would.
What?
Like, I would buy over there. If
Yeah.
especially if you have family over there. Somebody that could help you out, that knows the neighborhoods. It's probably the only reason The only way I would buy it.
That person could probably hire a crew to fix the whole building up. Huh?
That's the most important thing, the crew. That's why
Have somebody there, dude.
Well, that's why it's hard for me.
All my relatives over there are electricians and mechanics. Fucking.
That's all you need.
Fucking. My brother-in-law's dad. My brother-in-law's father-in-law. He's one of those fools that was working with no construction helmet, bro, in New York, making those buildings back in the day.
Damn, dude. Eating lunches.
Fucking lunch
On a steel beam?
on top of a steel beam, bro, with a tank top.
That's crazy.
Look at
Working
properties
fucking
over
hard
there.
ass work.
And you're gonna be in shock of what the price difference.
Because also I saw homes, but not buildings in the Bronx in New York. Not even 1.1 million for those, bro. They're like 800,000, 7.
But bro, New York has one of the worst tenant laws.
Tenant laws?
The worst.
But right there by the Cleveland Improv, there was a
ridiculous.
bunch of badass.
Like one of my
buildings
buddies
that are
owns a lot of shit over there.
And that was, I mean, they were all filled, a little shittier or whatever, but I mean, shit, it's still real estate.
What
Red
are the
states
laws?
full.
What about red state?
Arizona, Texas, that's where you want to buy. Hey, is Ohio a red state?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, right?
That's where they figure everything out, bro.
Do it. I would. Especially if I had all those connections. Come on, dog. Shit, I'm doing it out here, and it's kind of still like, ugh. You
I'm
know?
gonna buy a minor league soccer team, bro, in Europe. What I'm gonna do.
Oh, that
Like
sounds
Wrexham,
pretty cool.
bro.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'm gonna buy a minor league team in fucking Southgate, bro. Open a
dude.
big, close out a high school, bro, and build a stadium there.
Bring that
Shit.
fucking-
Put a little fucking.
The
stadium
question
and
is,
popping.
are they going to be part of the team, dog? The delanteros, the media?
I
I'll be a portero,
I
fool.
will
You
lose the
hire me,
team.
dog.
Wait, did you go to Huntington?
Yeah, bro.
party?
We need a couple of cabezazos out there.
Cabezazos.
Throw me a goal, bro.
Macetazos.
So you have brothers and sisters?
Yeah.
Is that true? You get a haircut every other week?
I get a haircut twice a week.
Twice a
perro.
week?
You're lying, fool.
Yeah.
Wait,
I kind of have to, fool.
You like looking like a sergeant, bro?
Nah, fool. Nah, they call
Does
me
your
a
hair grow
fucking
fast?
lesbian, fool.
does your hair grow fast?
Yeah, but
You
since I
already do,
film,
bro. Like, look up lesbian chick in Family Guy. You do look like her.
I cut it because I film twice a week. So I gotta look, fresh.
So you want to stay the
Be
same?
crisp.
Like
I want to stay the same, crispy.
I get a
one
haircut
day,
like
Yeah, I
every.
probably think I'm fucking crazy, but
I get a haircut
That's
like
cool.
every 3
Hey, dog.
months.
Hey,
There
you
you
got
go,
your
right there,
spot.
bro.
You go over there. They dab
That's
you
your
up.
idea.
that's
you
me
right
right
there.
there. fool. Nah, but I have way nicer hair. That's me. Right?
Do you have a barber shop sponsorship or?
Nah.
You cut it yourself, huh? To save money?
Ooh, let me see. That looks kind of
like
fresh.
I cut my head today. I was bored.
You cut yours today?
I was so bored, I fucked it all up.
You
You
fucked
can
it
tell
all
too right here.
I can't tell. Dude. It looks- Oh, okay. Now I can tell. Yeah, now you're wondering.
I was eating and flossing, bro.
No, man.
So how many episodes of your podcast that's doing well, right?
Yeah, it's doing good, man. Thank God.
Yeah,
we just
that's a good
filmed.
guess, bro.
Yeah, we just filmed 105 today.
Wow. Who's your first episode?
The first one was Jay Valentino. Whoa, whoa.
Oh shit, dude. Oh yeah.
He was the first one. Then it was Concrete. Then it was Jesus. No, was it Jesus first?
Give them Jesus, bro. Give them Jesus.
Fuck, I don't know how to do
Wait,
Jesus.
Jesus
Boy.
Sepulveda?
Yeah.
No, Jesus Trejo.
Trejo.
Oh, ¿cómo estás, compa? Let's get it going right now, bro. I'm ready to talk about, cosas tristes.
Cosas tristes. No, cosas tristes. No. Yeah, man.
Cosas
I was on it too.
You were on it too. We had a lot of dope ass people.
We had that
Some fool
clip.
named Felipe was on there. Fool, we gotta get you on, fool.
Yeah, man.
And you're right next to the fucking one of the last standing.
It's funny, man. Like you had a comic on the show. I don't want to mention his name, but
Tell us.
you were asking him how come. Like you always put those
Leave it.
comics. You put how come you never work with Gabriel or this guy or this guy, bro. There's a reason, bro, and I'm gonna tell you the real reason right now. When we had a show a long time ago at Whittier when Gabriel Iglesias was blowing up, and he did that guy a favor, but he told the guy, "I'll do it, bro, but you gotta pay you gotta pay this guy, you gotta pay that guy, you gotta pay that guy, you gotta put that guy in the show, but you gotta pay him out of your money, bro, and I'll do the show. Don't worry about me. You gotta pay them." At the end of the night, they didn't pay him, bro. And then
way.
Gabriel said the last time we're ever gonna work. That's it. We're still friends, but don't ever call me for a comedy show. Yeah, it's business, bro. It's business first. How can you beg somebody to do your show when they're already selling out all the improv? They're gonna go do your show, and all he just told you was pay these guys.
And it happened.
And it didn't happen. All you have to do is pay them $75, dog. That's nothing.
No, man.
You're
In the
gonna sell
long
your
run,
soul for $75
money, bro.
bucks?
In the long run, bro.
And me too, bro. Me too. One time, bro, I was just at home, bro, scratching my balls and smiling in my hand.
How does it smell?
And Joe Diaz goes, cocksucker, I can't make it to that fucking show at the Acapulco restaurant. He goes, please go for me. Tell him you're gonna replace me. He goes, does he know I'm coming? I already told him. And he goes, I get there, bro. And he goes, hey man, Joe Diaz told me that I'm gonna replace him. No, he's coming. No, he just told me. I drove an hour over here, bro. He told me he's not coming. I'm doing him a favor by replacing him. They didn't put me up. They didn't give me the money. I went home, bro. He brought up Shang. He brought up all these other guys. I just went home. And I said, you know what? I'm never going to work with this guy ever again. How am I going to forever forget that, bro? You know what I mean?
I probably would be pissed, dog. If I had to drive a fucking hour.
So what I did, bro?
Somebody told you.
Yeah. So my response was, let it go. Success. You're funny. It's gonna don't beat nobody's ass. Don't choke nobody.
For making you drive an hour, fool.
But that's why, bro. These people are not honest. They never tell that. They never booked this guy ever. You know what I mean? They never booked this guy ever.
You know what it is? They're trying to
Tell you the whole story.
They're trying to make a quick buck without thinking of the future. Just like
Yeah, man.
They're living in the right now, you know?
Fast money,
these
baby.
guys were short-sighted, bro. They had comedy rooms. They were very short-sighted. They didn't see that your room in Downey is just one room we do. Now, there's a lot of rooms that we did back in the days, all the comics you see out there now. And they say, oh, man, I used to book this guy for $50. But they act like they didn't make 200 that night.
Or more.
Right? Or way more. They didn't act like they kept the fucking alcohol
like
and shit.
Commerce Casino.
And then they still have the mentality of, hey, man, I have a show tomorrow, man. If you could do it for $75, are you fucking crazy? The last time I tried to do that, you didn't pay me.
$75?
For real, though.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, they didn't want to pay,
And
man.
$75 is a lot for like if you're an upcoming comedian. That's like life changing. You could you can buy
Early
food,
2000s?
gas. You know?
Yeah, $75 is $75.
But that was not the first time, bro. It was like repeatedly, bro. It happened a lot.
This one was habitual.
No way. So it's not just the one time.
Bro.
No, a bunch of them. But that was the last straw.
There's a trail of that shit, bro.
A trail of tears, bro.
Okay,
but,
Me driving home mad.
Alguna vez te la paso, pero
They didn't put me up, babe.
Yeah, bro.
Estoy triste.
Or sometimes, bro.
If we were crying on the way home.
But fuck yeah. Sometimes there'll be comics, bro, will be up there being mediocre, but then I will show up to ask for a guest spot, and they wouldn't put me up, bro, because I was going to take all the thunder away. Like, they would not put me up because I was going to kill, and then that person, everybody in the room, going to realize that this guy's only funny on the 605 freeway.
So it is true then that
Can't change the weather. all
certain
the time,
people
dog.
won't put certain people up because
Back then.
Less opportunities back then. You know, it was like very cutthroat.
So the fucking business is cutthroat.
Oh,
Because there
bro,
wasn't
that's
that, like
it.
the internet wasn't where it's
It's
at
just
now,
worse
you
than
know?
real estate, fool.
At least there's rules in real estate, bro. A process.
Yeah,
You're right.
crazy. Bro.
Yeah, man.
These are unwritten rules, dude.
But I was gonna say, JR, you're next to one of the last standing Pioneer Chickens, bro.
Oh,
Right
right
there.
there, fucking.
Down Southgate,
No.
Bell.
No, that's Bell Gardens.
Yeah,
Yes.
dude.
On
But-
Garfield.
But that
You
one
used to work
takes.
there?
Nah, but
You trying to buy that building now?
I'll fucking go work for chicken, fool.
But that one tastes different from the one in Boyle Heights. I think the one in Boyle Heights tastes way better, bro.
Really?
Pioneer Chicken. That's
Do you want to hear something
my
crazier?
opinion. Tell me.
I never had it.
Never had Pioneer Chicken, bro?
Oh, no, I'm lying. As a kid, I
Because
did.
Newsom made there, bro, so you don't want to eat that.
I heard Newsom endorsing him.
Fuck around, take a bite,
No,
go
la
woke
verga.
and shit, huh?
Go woke, pa.
Y desperté, güey.
What's a tenant law that's messing you up? 'Cause I don't know these tenant laws. Because bro, you're talking to the worst tenant ever, bro. Like,
What does that mean?
I was the worst tenant. Every place I moved out of, they wrote a fucking thank you letter just to get me out, and that other place could take me in. That's how bad it was, bro. Like,
They give you
I
a good
burned down
review,
the
huh?
place, dog.
Well,
And then I used to rent from Paisa, bro, they couldn't tell me nothing.
Your ass deported, bro.
Because he couldn't speak English. That's
Oh,
why.
fuck.
But just tenants in LA County and the city of LA, they have way more rights than the rest of Cali.
oh, let me tell you something. Dog.
Dino's
Frisco and LA are
Because I know
LA City has the worst. Like during the pandemic, fuck.
Yeah. We know that, bro. We know
couldn't get
Butch
nobody
Escobar, bro. But yeah, that fool did not pay rent to the whole fucking thing. But my friend was living in an apartment in Berkeley with fucking fools that got their settlement, whatever, and boned out, bro. That big check that Trump sent, they fucking boned out and left him there at the apartment alone, so he couldn't pay all the whole full rent. So he could only pay his half, and the fucking the person like you, they had to go fucking file with the government, bro. And said, listen, man,
trying to get them out.
I got one guy here paying rent, and goes, and he's the leaseholder. Everybody else left. So he was like that. So what's the tenant law during that you didn't like before the pandemic?
Well, the worst one in the city of LA is the fucking relocation fee. People don't even know that.
You gotta pay them.
Yeah, I know that one. See, I fucked up on that one, bro, because I could have waited, bro, and made that fucking lady pay me to leave, bro. But I wanted to leave because I found another moron to let me in. So I was paying, bro. Let me tell you, bro. You were there. You're talking about just tenant laws, but there's also property owners who get away with shit too, bro. So it really, you gotta admit that it balances each other out, bro.
Look.
The tenant law might be rough, but the property guy who's being a dickhead and breaking laws, they balance each other out, bro. Because here's how I used to find houses to live in. I'll go to a place where I see a lady show up with cold, wet clothes, and is gonna use the dryer and they didn't wash them there. Right there. That's where I found my apartments. I would see an ad, busco meseras, vendo canarios, fucking vendo, arreglo mueble, needlework, whatever.
Faccionario.
Whatever. Then it says here, apartamento, $300.
Those are still around.
Mensuales, güey.
Those are still around.
$300, bro. Back house, illegal back house. A just a dwelling unit, bro. Illegally made.
Way before ADUs.
With everything, bro.
That's Latino Craigslist, bro.
Right.
That's what started the ADU beautiful.
I give that lady $600, dog.
Este sí va a pagar.
Bro.
Cada mes, a tiempo.
And I was speaking English, so she was happy, bro.
Oh, so you were her translator.
Yeah, bro. And I was like that, bro. And then, like, she tried to give me a contract one day, raise my rent, and it was all written in print. I made a photocopy of that shit and put it in my files.
I'm ready for
Because I was ready to tell the city that that lady was in bed. She was like, that word when they try to fucking,
steal?
no, when they're trying to get money from you at will.
Laundry.
Extortion?
I was telling this bitch trying to extort me with this letter right here.
This fool was ready for the
I was ready, dog. And but I know that, like, when I left, I let her keep the last month rent. You know, fuck that, because I didn't clean the place. So, so yeah, man. If they're like, I know that if somebody buys a property, they gotta give you money to move. What's wrong with that?
That it could range up to 50,000.
Oh, you know what, bro?
Fool.
You're right.
Yeah, that's what.
Larry Bubbles, bro.
He's a
Our
comedian?
comic, you're gonna love this guy, bro. This guy lives in an apartment in the city of San Francisco where everybody around him is paying $8,000 a month.
For what he has.
So the apartment
And he's
complex.
paying how much?
Right there, bro. He came out of Alcatraz in 76. Tell him, bro.
I think
He's
he
been
pays
there-
like barely even $800. Because
he's
the
been
thing
there-
was, he's all
Parking space.
He's all, and you can't get that. So he's all, I think I missed my window, bro, because they got a couple. They gave him $150,000. They moved to Arizona.
Because he's been there since.
Yeah,
They
bro.
were living. He's been living there since the 70s, right? Or at least the early 80s.
I think
They were
early
living
80s,
there
yeah.
since the 70s. I want to say the Harvey Milk days. So they got 150 grand because they're gonna make so much money once they sell it.
Yo,
And it's not gonna be no
Million,
cheap
bro.
money.
A
Yeah,
million.
more,
He
bro.
took his
I want to
money
see.
and went and bought a fucking house in Arizona.
Yeah, but he said
What
he
a
missed
smart guy.
his window because they're not giving out that much money anymore like before.
So that fool lives there all scared, bro. He goes, that fool don't complain. He goes, my little power went off. I didn't say nothing about a candle.
There's a leak, bro. I got a water bed.
Everybody only paid like 7 or 8.
Oh,
down
dude, a lot,
payment,
dude.
'cause it's a
There's
luxury
nobody
apartment,
in
it's a
that
luxury apartment.
apartment building
control,
that pays
yeah.
$5,000 a month. All
He's
the
been living there since
San Francisco's
76.
really bad
Yeah.
too.
Since 70 something, I guess.
So his apartment's probably the only apartment that's not renovated compared to the other ones.
Yeah.
You know, they're all like.
Yeah, well, he's the only one fucking paying peanuts. Fuck, imagine living in San Francisco for $800. That fool better stay there forever.
I mean, he's probably got like
Airbnb, that
30 years.
Are there
left,
people
but,
like that in your property is paying $100 a month?
Fuck.
It would change, huh, fool?
Or
Hell
you
no.
send the fucking Latin Kings, bro, to go kick him out.
I sent all my cholo
You
cousins.
send King
Fool, nah.
Cobras over there, hey.
Hey, fool, you fools better fucking. Nah.
See, bro, this is what like people say there's, you know, the system. Like me, I know, bro, that if I could, like if I'm walking I see an old lady and I say hi to her, her old ass husband. I know that sooner or later, I could park my car in their driveway and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, can I just leave it here for like it broke down?" And it was all right, so I leave it there for 3 days. Then I go to the DMV, bro, and I write down that's my address now, bro. Because my car's right there, that's my address.
This one knows all the tricks, dog.
And then, bro, I could legally say that I live there and no motherfucker can kick me out. Am I right or
Well,
wrong?
you fucking Googled a lot of shit.
Am I right or wrong? I was ready for your ass, dog.
I'm gonna squat on your
But that's a squatter move, right?
That's a squatter move, but you need like a bill.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying, my address will be there. I'm waiting for a part for my engine, and it's gonna be delivered to your house. Cause I can't move the car, I'm gonna fix it right there.
Because it's usually the utility bills are kind
Yeah.
of that, a cable bill.
But that'll be the
like-
beginning, right? Because my wife, Lisa, she read this, that somebody did that in the valley around here, bro.
Nah, they pull a lot of that shit, and it's hard to get them out once they get the hook in.
But they're gonna do that shit to the wrong fucking person. And fucking find themselves in.
I did say old lady, right?
Yeah,
Pushing
yeah.
the car.
That's fucking.
But that happens,
But that
right?
just it happens more
You
than
think it
one
happened
thing.
because of the laws or just because people know the law?
Just people know how to maneuver it. Like I had a friend that had a for sale sign on a flip that he was doing. So fool moved in, took the sign off, moved in, set up shop. This fool rolls up and that fool's like, "Hey, I live here now."
Really?
Should be a statue for this guy.
And
Dude, that is hot. bro.
They get once they catch you in a freeze, they got you locked in. It's like that story that I told you about that mean ass marrana. This guy was working loss production. It's a cholo, right?
Look her up, Mina Marrana.
Hey, what comes
So it was his first week working at Kmart, and this fool caught a chick stealing a big one, you know, a little torta chick. And right when he caught her outside the door, she knew what to say. She's like, "No, I work loss prevention for Target. You didn't see me pass a man register. You didn't get a selection." And he's like, "Bro, I was all like, shit, I didn't read the book all the way. I knew some of the rules, but I was like, and she got me nervous. It was a mean ass marrana. She knew the laws, bro." And then with that, he let her grow, but she kind of like caught him up with the emotions,
threw a wrench.
and he was like the first week on the job.
well, they were able to get this fool out. So this
How did it
fool's,
happen?
I guess they called the cops. I think this fool had a fake. He fucked up because he had a fake deed. Like I'm the owner.
Like from Monopoly?
Nah. Like they printed it out. I don't know.
shit.
This fool's done it before, but he just did it to the wrong people this time.
They were actually
Y
more
lo
savvy than
sacaron
he
a la
was.
verga, güey.
I had a guy that was doing, I knew a guy from the neighborhood that was, I don't know if you heard of this scam, but I thought you were going to tell me that he grabbed the for sale sign and then he pretended to be the realtor and started selling it.
Oh,
Because I seen
another one.
My friend
Really?
went to prison for that.
And then the fools start crying. You know, they get them with the down
It's
payment
fucked
in the
up,
first
bro.
one.
When you
Dude,
think people are moving in there, bro, and
it's
Well,
another
karma's
scam,
a bitch, dog. And when you do that type of shit to people, karma's a motherfucker, dog. Imagine your
You done
hard-earned
it
money,
before?
like you're excited to move in, and then you're like, and then the cops get there like, this ain't your house.
and then you lost your deposit.
You lost your
Yeah.
deposit.
And usually they give to them cash. Like, that's where you really
and
fucking.
this guy probably doing that shit all in the whole neighborhood.
They
Huh?
tried to do that shit to me when I sold my house in Downey. So I was gonna go rent somewhere. Meanwhile, like what?
Was it a white guy?
I think so. And it was another house in Downey. He's like, nah, bro, you need to send it to me cash. Da la verga, güey.
That's when it's for real fishy, dude. In real
Yeah.
estate.
When they're like, hey, well, just go check out the house from the outside and send me the money. That's
Crazy.
pendejo, güey.
They would have got me, dude.
Fuck that. I mean, the house was nice.
Did you go to Huntington Park High School?
Yes, sir.
Is that where they filmed Grease?
That's where they filmed Grease. Some of them.
They filmed some of it also at Marshall High.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in Venice High.
And East LA College was the carnival.
Was it really?
Yeah.
The field.
Like the field scene is
Marshall.
Huntington Park High School.
Yeah?
Really?
Yeah.
Bro.
So I used to smoke weed and ran the bleachers right there, perro.
Fucking Danny Fumo, homie.
When did you stop?
Lazar.
You don't drink or smoke, right?
No.
When did you quit? 2006?
No. I think when my daughter was like 6 months old, and she's gonna be 10.
What made you want to quit? Did you get like crazy fucked up or?
Nah, fool, we grew up drinking every fucking day. Fool. At
You
some
don't really
point-
say fool only because I'm here.
I normally say fool.
Oh, hell yeah, bro. What's up, fool?
Well, fool.
Hell yeah.
Keep it foolish, dog.
Huntington Park, homie.
You know, it's funny you say that because I think
That's the
people
HP
say
thing.
fool more where he lives, bro.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
dude.
is
Because the
That's
reason
a-
I say fool was because I called up somebody's house and they lived in not Inglewood, but the neighborhood next door to Inglewood,
What is it, Lennox?
Lennox. She lived in Lennox, and her fucking brother, bro. Yeah, answer the phone, all ghetto, dog. What's up, fool? And they were like, damn, not even a hello. One of
Fool
those-
is like
think
a
that's
Huntington Park.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
a SoCal
Bell,
thing,
No,
right?
fucking
I hear more.
South Central.
South Central.
I heard it more from that your type of neighborhood than I did in my neighborhood.
Well, we say fool for like
Cause
everything.
you guys say it a lot, bro. Even the ladies.
So, let me suck your dick, fool.
For real, bro. Cause I won't say his name, but he has his own podcast too. He said that he was with a chick from Southgate. He said that chick said, "Fool, you nutted in me."
Dude, that turned me on a little bit right there.
That should be a punk song. Fool, you nutted in me.
Fucking Jerry Garcia is from HP.
He says fool a lot.
Fool,
talking about the guy
says
from the
fool
Grateful
more than
Dead?
me.
The guy from Grateful Dead?
Huh?
Jerry Garcia from the Grateful Dead?
Oh yeah, that one. Fool, I'm
Full
like,
shreds, bro.
fool. He says fool more than me.
Fool.
Oh, fool.
What's up, fool? What's up? Yeah.
But all the way, everybody from there is like, damn, fool, you tripping.
Yeah, you
Yeah, I say it on. I don't say it on stage as much, but I do say maybe it's a generation thing. I say bitch.
Yeah, bitch is
This
like a very
fucking
common.
bitch.
That's universal.
I drop it like an N-word, bro, like a lot. I know when I'm going over my
bitch
set, I'm going, oh shit. Then I do my special, I drop most of them. But you can have a drinking game, bro. How many times I say bitch at a live show? This bitch, Eric. Bro, then I forget that we're in a different generation, right? Because I remember I would get a laugh. Like if I get heckled by a woman, I would say, shut the fuck up, bitch. And everybody started laughing, bro.
Toma,
Like,
perra.
but now, bro, I said that the other day, and I told this guy at a show, I went too far, bro. He was talking and heckling the whole night, but I didn't want to deal with him, and lose the audience. I said, bro, you keep talking, bro, I'm going to put my dick in your mouth, bro.
Ah, fuck.
And you ain't going to like it, bro.
And what did he say? Okay.
Because I can't reach the back of your throat, eh? So it's going to be like French kissing a chick.
No mames, güey. Oh shit.
If I'm back and that fool got kicked out later on, he got all mad.
Started it, bro.
On the way out, he was saying, bro, do I have a picture?
And then that's when you say, "Fuck you, bitch."
What was Huntington Park? Would you say it's more calmed down than it was like in the 90s when you were growing up.
It was bad or what?
It was bad, right?
It had its parts, but I think we have a Target now. So,
You have a Target?
so it changed.
Where's the Target at?
I'm fucking
Pacific,
Slauson. Nah, I just think all those neighborhoods are changing, so it's becoming way better. I think
My mom would always hate shopping at Target in Southgate because their taxes is higher there.
a little bit.
Why is that?
I mean, each city has its own tax.
Do something.
Fuck that.
Because what was that place where I used to make fun of it? Where that pizza place was Tutos.
Which was that one?
Southgate.
Tutos, right? Yeah.
Southgate, right there by the dealership, right?
Yeah.
Around Tweety?
It was on Tweety and what was Florence or what?
Yeah, they had a lot of
No.
different
Long
shops,
Beach,
movie
Long
theater.
Beach.
It was off the 710.
No,
And
that's right there next to Oscar Barley right
They
now.
had an 18 and over club right there.
Yeah.
Because they had like a
Next to
pizza
the
place,
Allen Theater?
bowling.
Yeah.
Allen. Or is it Allen?
Allen, that was Southgate.
Southgate,
Right there.
yeah.
That's where Tutos was, right? The whole area was it was developed in the late 2000s, right?
Yeah, no, Tutos was right there right in front of the Chevy dealership off the 710. Right
I used to
there.
call that place the Latino City Walk.
Oh,
Hey,
shit.
really?
That's what I
Yeah.
think you're talking about is where La Curacao is and all
Yeah.
that shit.
Oh,
Damn.
They had
there.
Ritmo
Oh, La
Latino back in those
Curacao.
Yeah.
days.
That's
dude.
Garfield and fucking Firestone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that. They had the big old marquee up the freeway up to
I know
105,
it's
bro.
next to the Hooters.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it has a Hooters.
Now it has Hooters.
yeah,
Well, they closed down.
yeah, it's crazy,
Oh,
bro.
yeah, they're closing down.
Closing
huh?
down.
Because you know, back in the day, that was a Marisco spot.
Which one?
Where the Hooters was that, right?
Nah.
Yeah, bro.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if
Oh, I
it's
think
El
by
Perihuete or
the
something.
Denny's?
Yeah.
Oh, bro, I remember that place, bro.
But Sam's Club.
That's where I think Gabriel stopped talking to Willie that day. That's when it all started right there.
Where?
Really?
Right there?
Because we were
In
roasting,
Southgate?
we were roasting Willie. And then I got all mad, and he fucking he grabbed Gabriel's keys, and he took out with his car, bro.
No, my man.
What?
He was chasing him.
And all because he got roasted? Fucking Willie. Come on,
I
Barro.
think it was something else.
Some fools can't be getting roasted at Denny's, dog.
Oh, fuck.
Those mariscos
The
were good
roast
at that
fest
place,
at
dog.
Denny's eating a Grand Slam?
Those mariscos were good at that place, bro.
Yeah, dude. Fucking.
Which one? It wasn't a Perihuetes.
No, it was one of those places.
Sushi
It was big
Loco.
booty Latinas before all the BBLs and all that shit.
Oh,
it
fuck,
was kind of when all the
probably was
with all the you know
Tres Mares.
those
Tres
gangster
Mares,
fools that are
wow.
listening to like fucking
Oh, yeah.
Elizadre and shit back then, dude.
Well,
Like,
Valentin
those
Elizalde
type,
is dope.
those
Well,
type of fools, bro.
It had like a
All
name.
the Chaka food?
Yeah,
It had
dude,
a
like-
name of a beach because I know there was like a big swordfish on
Yeah,
it.
and I'm
Nayarit or algo así.
Siete.
Siete Mares.
Marisco, siete, marisco.
No,
It wasn't-
it was Maricos.
Maricos, fuck.
It was,
it was a chain before
Hey,
it
bro.
changed, bro.
Hey, Pride Month, homie.
I'm telling
it
you,
wasn't
bro.
my.
Los maricas.
Siete Mares.
It was Siete
Los
Mares.
siete maricos, homie.
No, not the maricas. man.
Siete Mares was the first place I saw that the ladies wear those little half shorts, half skirt.
It was
They
old
were
ladies,
tight, bro.
Because right,
Without a
With the,
BBL.
with the little paper
Yeah,
hat.
man.
All natural, bro. It was all.
And they had those
Yeah, yeah.
thick ass nylons, bro.
Now
Because in the
puro
early,
BBL.
in the
It
early
was- it was
2000s, it was
fishing,
like
homie,
that.
to
You know,
catch
natural body. You know, a lot of from the coast, Sinaloa women and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know.
So what fucked it up, fool?
Hey, when we were going there in
fucking BBL?
2011 when I won that comic,
Got too
they were still
much.
dressing like that, huh?
It was
That's
older
what beginning
ladies.
to
They were
start to
older
change.
ladies.
But they were stacked. They were always stacked here and back here. Dude.
So the siete mares and some really
But natural, though.
yeah, totally. Mad bodies, dude.
Now, whoever was hiring them was doing a good job, fool.
Oh, yeah, dude. What do you think about the how Downey High School or Warren, they were complaining about the Ojos Locos that opened up across the street?
Well, all of Downey was complaining about Ojos Local.
Too provocative.
Pussies,
Try to
homie.
fucking.
But there wasn't a sushi local even more nastier than that before?
No.
Or Sinaloa sushi, whatever it's called?
Nah.
Sushi Loa?
Nah, fuck
I think
Sushi Loa.
they came after.
Have you
this
been
spot.
to Ojos Locos?
I
seen
follow
pictures.
them on
Here,
Instagram because
can-
Leaf told me.
Raymond, can you
Raymond.
send us like all the
Full.
pictures?
Full.
Of, like every
Están
detailed
en
picture?
tangas, güey.
And is it better across the high school?
But
It's not across the.
But-
Well, it's really.
Which is the
really
one that
close
had-
proximity.
they sell sushi, right, and mariscos, right? Ojos Locos?
Oh, hold on, hold on.
No, they sell like finger foods.
Yeah, Sushi Loas.
You get
It was
finger-
kind of like it's kind of like a Hooters, dude.
Finger of
fool.
food?
That's covered up.
Yeah, that's not.
That's
That-
not how it is.
But
I've
also, if
been
you're
there
gonna get
once.
to those spots, you kind of have to pay to get over there, dude. It's not like anybody can just walk up.
This looks so. This is like this is a front. There's like
Center.
it's crazier in there.
So you give you lap dances
It's
while
like
you're
that
eating
in
or
there.
what?
Fool.
So you can't tell. You can't tell
It's
where.
like you're gonna order a cheeseburger special and she's like in a tanga way.
So you can't tell where the smell's coming from, the food or the girl.
Yeah, fool. You're gonna have to
It's
fucking
a-
have
You
a
gotta put
really
your
big
credit
nose like
card on
mine.
her
fool,
tongue.
Hooters
Little
2.0, dog. Even more.
Crazy, right?
Nah, this is crazy.
Have you been to Ojos Locos?
Yeah, I've been there probably twice.
Yes, they sponsor your podcast.
Nah,
There's all
it's
logos
too
and
much. It's too much going on.
Is there like a
right there.
private room in there?
It's cracking.
No way. It's just open. It's just like it's like a Hooters on steroids, and everybody's there.
Find
And
us a
it's
video,
just too
please.
much for me, dog. I'm like, I was trying to watch the Dodger game there. Nah, wait. Hold on, I'll go watch it at the office.
Are those chicks tall or short, bro?
They come in all sizes, fool. Big, small.
Tortas?
There's-
Nah, it's
That's
kind of
tortas.
nah, but
That's
they don't
King
meet
Torta,
the
bro.
fucking criteria right
like
there.
deja vu, bro, in there.
Deja vu, homie. So it's fun or no?
I mean,
How's the food? How's
well,
the food though?
I'm a little bit older, so to me it's like, fool, just give me my food, man. I'm trying to eat and watch the game.
Is
you
the
know?
food good though?
Nah, wait.
Really? So like, it's funny because like I was hanging out with this guy and like Carlos Vallarta and these fools are saying that they have the best wings. Well, who was that? Carlos said that.
No,
Who has the
Hooters
best
does have the
Really?
best
I
wings.
don't
Have you
know
been
about
there?
that,
To
dude.
where?
Ojos Locos.
Never.
Okay, we got to take them.
But he's vegan.
Oh,
They probably have a vegan. They
they
probably
have
have
vegan
a
options,
now.
fool.
I know now.
Okay, but
So what can you eat? Like when you go to places like that.
I can't eat anything that had a heartbeat before.
Puta madre. Papas, güey. We're gonna get
Yeah, fries.
yeah, but yeah.
I love French fries.
No heartbeat.
Okay, but
No,
like
her.
Hooters wings are not that good, right?
You're crazy, bro.
I'm not a wings type of guy.
Oh, okay.
I
What
like
are you,
pizza.
bro?
He likes piernas, homie.
Like an arm type of food.
If you go to Hooters, he goes, yeah, man, like turkey sandwich, please.
I like that.
Well, I like French fries, dog, a lot.
Really?
So
You don't say.
yeah,
bro, you're Irish, homie.
You gotta take this for the Netherlands, dog.
Oh, bro, we got to go to Amsterdam, bro.
Let's fucking go. Fool. I'll probably smoke
If you
weed
like
over there.
fries,
Fuck yeah, dog.
hash, bro.
That'd be fun, dog. You with the fucking big ass fries, bro.
If
with
you're a fry guy,
mayonnaise-
those are
with
the best
mayonnaise and peanut butter sauce.
Chinga su madre.
Fucking
Potato
sriracha,
frites.
jalapeno, ketchup.
Really?
Mad sauces.
Okay, we'll take you to it.
Would you buy property in Tijuana?
Bomb though, dude.
No.
By the beach, probably.
Yeah.
But I don't know how shit works over there.
What do you mean, like?
Like in terms
Taco
of the
Bell, bro.
deeds,
Hey!
like,
Well,
how
you have to be
buy
a-
it.
you have to
But
be a
I think-
citizen, right?
Well,
If
I
you
think
can
you have
get dual
to have like dual
citizenship.
citizenship. But I
I mean,
don't
you
know,
can get it,
fool.
though.
I don't trust it
Oh,
over
you're
there, fool.
Salvadoran, though.
You ever thought about
I know.
Who can
you ever thought of producing like films or other stuff instead of putting it all in real estate? Like if somebody goes, hey man, we need $70,000, bro. We got this guy, 10 other people with 7,000. We're gonna make this film.
I would be down. I mean,
Probably won't get your money back in 5 years.
but the idea and like the people behind it had to be solid. Because you can't just cough up money for somebody that's gonna fucking, you know, it's like, all right,
dude.
let me see the plan, fool. Let's see.
like the Latino
So,
outside?
Tacos and horchata, you would say, nah.
Which one?
That horchata movie there.
Hey,
with-
fool. That was
horchata
pretty
with oat milk.
good, fool.
Well, I saw it. They sent me a link. I liked it, yeah.
No bullshit, fool.
Only
He didn't
see
pay
the,
me to say this.
I downloaded it.
But you would have
and
put
I
money on
bootlegged
that if they would have walked up to you. Like you wouldn't know to read the
At the
script.
time that they started, no. But now that I'm,
But for marketing, maybe.
yeah.
Would you say like movies like that it'd be better like 15 years ago when like when they still had DVDs where you could like make extra money from DVD
Probably.
sales?
I don't understand how
Movies make money now.
movies, and I just made a fucking reel about it. Like, I don't know how these streams allow artists to make money. So
Yeah.
I don't know that part. So I don't know the money behind it. Like, what type of return
For what?
these people get
For like
reels?
for,
movie-
for like producing these movies. But it's
without
like,
DVDs anymore, you know?
They're
Yeah,
just gonna
so
go to
it's like-
streaming and not to the big picture. or the
Exactly.
silver
So it's
screen.
like, do you have to sell it to Netflix? Do you have to sell it to Hulu? I don't understand how the money is made. So I think once I get a clear understanding of that, I would be down.
Because
Like,
back in the day when movies wouldn't do good in theaters, they would like make
Straight
a
to
crazy
DVD.
Like Grandma's Boy was a flop in the movie theaters, but it made so much money on DVDs because
So
it was such a cool
half-baked, too.
classic. Half-baked
The
too.
cult
Half-baked.
But
following.
now like we don't have that medium anymore. So what
Because-
is the
before there was tangible things like
Yeah.
you could buy the VHS. Remember the story I told
Yeah.
you about Home Alone and Turner and
Tell us
Hooch?
about him, bro. Oh my God! First of all, man, we're standing next to McCullough Culkin. And he thought, the fool started telling me
the
about.
soccer,
He's telling me about.
Shut up, Dick.
We were fucking, this fool sitting next to me drinking, and I'm like, damn, fool. I
West
watched
Bandits
you
over
like 50 million times as a kid.
Every Christmas, bro.
No, but there was a neighborhood, the clucker that would come to my dad and be like, hey, tengo este, you know, back then it was VHSs. And he's like, tengo dos nomás.
La casa, güey.
And then my dad's like, ¿cuáles, güey? He's like, oh, Home Alone, it had just came out. And Turner and Hooch. Échalas, güey, I think for like
it
$3.
was a bootleg movie.
No, yeah, they were
$3,
bootlegs. I don't
bro.
know where the fuck he stole them from. And my dad's like, échalas, güey. And I think he like $3. Boom. But we watched Home Alone and Turner and Hooch for like fucking a year straight, dog. Because it was the only movies that we had.
It was
So
stuck
the
on it was
DVD
stuck
broke?
on the- stuck
It
on
was
the
VHS, fool.
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
That's fucking poor.
The first
No,
Home Alone was VHS.
Yes,
Yeah, 'cause I was
VHS.
like, maybe Home Alone 2 is DVD.
No,
You know what-
VHS, way.
You know, so you're saying that because I remember like I had this
Stretching
like
out that tape, bro.
I had this bootleg movie. It was a double feature. It was Home Alone and The Witches. Remember the Witches where the kids
Okay,
get turned
yeah,
into
yeah.
rats?
Yeah.
It was like a weird movie from like.
Witches of East.
Fool, so that was the fucking fool we watched. That's why those movies are like my favorite movies. Like, how's it not gonna be your favorite if you watch it like fucking over fucking 300 times?
Yeah, man. So last Saturday
Ah,
we
dude,
went
it's
we
so
went to
fun.
the LAFC Club America game. What?
I brought my jersey, bro.
This fool has a customized jersey, dog.
Shows the Esparza.
Bro,
How was the game, fool?
It was awesome, bro. I've never been to a soccer game in America ever.
fun.
I might have went when I was a little kid to see the LA Aztecs, but I was too little to remember. But this one was badass, bro. It was like pandemonium gone wild, bro. I never seen shit like that, but it was all America, right? The fans in the stadium,
It was like fucking 70-30, dog. It was the ocean of yellow, dog.
it was all yellow.
Mexico
And then,
City
like, when
in
the
the
game
house,
started, over there on the Club America side, an explosion of yellow flares opened up, bro.
Shit was dope,
But
fool.
that shit was not enough, bro, because this side over here, where we're sitting at, it turned into...
They blow it up,
Dun,
dude.
dun, dun, dun.
Shit like
Black
Gotham
Fog.
City.
You saw that video, bro? Dale, 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 dale,
Those guys
dale,
are non-stop, right?
boom.
Non-stop.
Fool.
Beginning, middle, and end with
Tell me that shit.
Dun, 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 dun.
Tell me that's probably not one of the best games that you've been to.
That was the best game of my life, bro.
I want to go back.
Fool,
It was
that shit
so
is so
loud.
fucking dope.
We were sitting next to fucking Will I Am, Mac Coken, fucking his lady Song,
Brenda Song.
Brenda
Yeah.
Song.
And then homeboy que siempre está
Look,
allí,
bro, look how
Jaime
black it is.
Camil.
Look.
Camille.
Yeah,
Well, I was
it's
sitting
just
next to
allí,
people
bro.
that I didn't even fucking realize like how famous they were. You know, I
Look, how,
was
look, bro, look, it was insane,
dude,
dog.
Those
that
fools had it
was-
cracking like that when we were there, bro. It was fucking crazy.
That's
These
every
fools had
game.
fucking-
Like,
yeah.
Like when we went, it
Fucking
was cracking.
doom,
But
doom,
just
doom.
that this side, I mean, this
America
time
side?
the other side was cracking too.
Yeah, because I think that one time was 99% LAFC.
bro, that
But
shit, that shit was dope, bro.
We
This
went
was
with-
I
so
fucking
many
was driving
Club
home
America.
like.
And those are
this
soccer
shit was
fanatics,
badass,
bro.
dog.
It was fun. We're talking about how like
100 years of
outside,
fucking soccer right there. football.
some paisa was selling shots of tequila,
Yeah.
and the fool's trying to charge us $10 a shot. I'm like, bro,
Yeah,
like
fool, they were selling everything outside.
wait,
like, hey, you
$5,
want this? I'm
bro.
like,
Like,
fool.
come
But
on,
you can
dude.
see that worn out ass bottle. You know that shit had cazadores
Bro, there's a
inside.
lot of
You know, fool, that's the cheapest fucking tequila. They just fill up.
You got these fucking dudes selling alcohol out of fucking ice coolers like they ain't deporting motherfuckers.
For real.
Sin garrafón.
Bro, modelos up all in there, bro. They're selling them. They're selling bootleg shit, dog.
But I think that's kind of like a newer thing because before it wasn't like that. Now they're selling you tall cans. They're selling you shots.
Yeah, buzz balls. and shit. Yeah, dude.
Like these motherfuckers are creative, dog.
Hell yeah, bro. The fucking the guy had a whistle and shit.
And right now, since it's graduation time, they're selling all those graduation things. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on?
Fool, they were
bro?
selling fucking America
Hustling,
shirts,
fool.
and I'm like, damn, that shit look pretty dope. That shit look kind of original, dog. Like,
True hustle,
shit,
bro.
man, you know what I mean?
This fool had a Club America, bro, under his shirt, bro, like this.
I had to fucking lie to my dad.
Are you? You're
Fucking diehard America
okay.
fan.
Are you
You got to
parents-
lie to your
are you
dad?
guys from Mexico City?
No, we're from Guadalajara.
Oh, damn! Because I was
Man,
telling
my
you about
dad
the
is a
rivalry
like-
with the Chivas, bro.
Dude.
That's the biggest rivalry
Fool.
ever.
All right, here we go. My dad is, it's like 9 brothers. And my
Yeah.
dad is the only fucking America fan, and all my uncles are Chivas. So, like, I didn't tell my dad, like, I had to be like, hey, it's America, fool. I'm taking on. You probably see the video of me with my LAFC jacket, like, "Hijo de tu pinche madre." You say,
it's first them.
so I wore it under, so I was like, you know. And then I don't want to be out cheering when the fucking, you see me when I fucking America scored, I'm like, I was like inside, like, yeah, motherfuckers, you know. And then we fucking lost. But it's all good. It was the dopest game ever, dog.
So, dude, I love
it was
dude.
fun,
That
dog.
shit looked live.
We had a
as fuck.
bunch of you had the thing buffet right in the back.
Yeah, inside the.
That was cool, dude.
Dude, parking was great.
On the day that I ate
Bro.
before I went.
Bro.
It was crazy,
And how
dog.
people are selling,
$65 for parking.
but also people are selling their own parking spots. Like
Last
if
time
you
it
go
was
down
40 when we
Figueroa
went.
Street, like they're selling their own parking spots. At
People
that
are getting
house.
creative now, dog, and
Yeah,
making
they are.
money.
They gave me a parking space, bro. They paid for my parking space, but fuck that, I'm taking an Uber next time, bro. For that
crazy,
price.
bro.
Yeah.
The same price. You're
I wanted to
crazy.
take a fucking. I was thinking about it, but I know how it gets. I'm like, fuck.
Or maybe park in downtown, somewhere like in downtown, and catch a $20 Uber there, bro.
Parking
No.
South LA.
Oh, I know which one because they gave me one too, and they sent us on the other side. Fuck that. That's why I paid $65.
Pay
I was like,
Bro, we were there with that guy
Adam,
from
it's
JOP from Fuerza Regida.
Okay.
He was sitting on the side of
What was
us.
the one
Hell
that
yeah,
arrow Juan?
Did you walk out with me on the way out?
yeah.
I was blazing outside, right?
Yeah.
So, bro, there was a bunch of fanatics for Fuerza. The guy had albums, bro. And they were getting them signed by him, right? And then he asked that fucking paisa, "What's your favorite song?" And that fool started saying, "Da, da, 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 vida."
He didn't know he was gonna sell those shits, huh?
Yeah, bro, because they were after Fuerza List. I didn't even know the song. Yeah, I'm just trying to make money. Everybody's hustling over there, bro.
Hell, hey, dude, that's for ain't anybody there with their hands in their pockets, dude. Little kids,
Bro, there's
everything, dude.
people there, bro, they'll be like, "Oh, bro, you have a bad ankle, bro? Get on my bicycle, bro. $10, I'll take you to your parking space."
That dude that was with
Everything,
us, his
fool.
mom, I think, was next to him, and they had a little kid. Más hielo, ponle más hielo. And the little kid, oh, what the fuck?
Because we park pretty far, like down Figueroa. We park by the hookers, bro. That's how we walk.
Damn,
Yeah,
you walked
bro.
off, fool.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, I got that when I went to a Raider game back in the days. It was like that.
It was the same spot, right?
Same fucking mentality, bro. And I fuck around, bro. Like this is what you never do, bro. You buy a hot dog after the game. So fuck, I got food poisoning, bro. I ate 2 of them, bro.
Danger dogs, dog.
The danger dogs,
Yeah.
Yeah, man,
You
you gotta eat them when you're going to the game. You can't eat them out of the game because that lady was sitting with a hot dog waiting for the fucking game to end, bro.
Oh, they're all
Hey,
shriveled,
fool,
huh,
but
looking
those
like
hot dogs
a
are fire.
looking like
bro.
a wet,
Like Flacco's arm and shit.
looking like a wet
Fucking-
finger.
I
fool.
could eat one right now,
Like a
fool, with
mu-
some
like-
fucking extra
Go
grilled
to the
onions.
back, bro. Make you one.
Oh, I
Like,
mean,
huh?
Keep it dangerous. Eh?
keep
It's on
it
Southgate, so you
dangerous.
probably like Hoffy. Eh?
No, I mean.
There's a Hoffy factory right over there.
Southgate's
Yeah.
Farmer Boys, right? Farmer John's. Huh?
They closed.
No, that's not
So they
That's
switched it?
Vernon. That's
Yeah.
Vernon.
That's
So it's
burning.
completely gone?
Dude, there's nothing there. It's
The
all.
one on.
Wasn't that around the
Boyle?
corner from Greenspans?
Which one are you talking about?
No, there used to be a Farmer John on Vernon on Soto. That
On
closed.
Soto, yeah.
On Soto. And they
yes,
dropped it
yes,
completely.
I don't know. It's-
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
estuvo.
I think it's Hoffy right there, right? Or Foster
one?
Farms. It's
I'm
in
not
Cedar
sure.
Vernon.
I think it's like if you go.
I only
all the way down Soto,
know that
right?
because when I was looking for a job in all my 20s, I walked through all the factories.
Well, I used to
You guys
love
hired
driving
me?
by there as a kid because you see all the
Factories?
pigs right there and
Oh, yeah.
shit.
All happy.
Those are my
Game
memories,
hero, huh?
you know? Because my dad would play soccer down there next to that, what is it? That, where you go all the way down, there's a school. I forgot what school
Oh, the
it is.
ghetto school in the projects.
It's like you're going down Soto and it goes all the way down, like on 7th.
Metro High.
One of those.
Oh, it's on Salesian.
Yes, there you go. Yeah, yeah.
Isolation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. So like my dad would play soccer there, so we would go.
That's so
and those
funny,
are my
yeah.
memories, fool. And then I see it getting fucking
The dad leagues.
getting demoed. I'm like, puta madre, güey. No mames.
But it's funny because that whole area right down Vernon, what's it called? I was gonna say, like, it smelled for the longest, and now I mean the smell is still kind of there. Like it still smells a little
That's
bit.
just fucking penetrated right
Oh,
there,
dude, that
fool.
shit goes deep down to the
It
water
goes
wells. fool.
deep, perro.
Over 1 million cows killed here.
And pig, dude, like 10 years ago, dude, I was
crazy.
driving.
I bet you it's in the water, bro.
Bro, 10 years ago, I was
Think so?
driving.
A little bit.
It has to be, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I was driving at night, right? I was driving at Third Bite, close to the Farmer
Trying to
John's
steal a
factory.
pig, huh?
And I
Trying to
see-
steal a
I see
pig.
a pig carcass on the street. I guess a pig jumped out of the fucking truck. It was like, it looked nasty, bro. I was
You
like,
stayed at
what the
home,
fuck?
bro. You didn't saw that motherfucker.
Did you pick it up, fool?
Hey, fool, it's still warm, huh?
Did you make them bacon, fool?
Put on the hood, bro.
Nobody grabbed it? Was it alive?
It was dead. It was like all fucking.
So much just
I
happened.
think it got run over. Yeah. Flacco's grandpa used to work at the Farmer John's
given it to him.
factory, dude. He told me that his dad would always, every weekend.
So then where do we get our
home and
bacon
eat.
from now then?
Yeah, what the fuck? What are we eating? Vegan.
China.
After farms.
But where's that factory at?
China will learn.
China. It's gonna be big.
Dude, I don't know. Where do we get our meat from now?
I think a lot of the pork comes from China, dude.
Your podcast is on Spotify every week?
Spotify every week.
True Hustle Podcast?
True Hustle Podcast, baby.
When did
every
you
week.
start it?
We started it about almost 2 years ago.
I like your office, dude. It's so cool.
Wait till you see the new one, fool.
What? Where at?
I'm gonna invite you guys.
Same place?
Oh yeah.
Nah, I bought a warehouse in Paramount.
Oh shit, I'm close to there.
So we're gonna build that. Yeah, shit is getting done now. We're building it out. It's gonna be dope.
So you like what? You like Breaking Bad?
Simon, fool. Tell me that's not a dope ass show. You like it or not?
That shit's hard as fuck. I barely watched it like 2 years ago.
That's just dope.
Yeah, that shit is hard.
But then again, for
Walter
me to
White,
sit down and like watch a show,
You like Better Call Saul too?
Better Call Saul. Those are probably the only ones that I really see. I mean, watch completely. 'Cause I really don't watch TV like that.
You don't
but-
fuck with The Sopranos?
I mean, I didn't get into it like that.
Okay, but Breaking Bad's a show.
Yeah, fucking
All right.
shit.
Fucking
Yeah.
wife's a bitch, huh?
Huh?
Wife's a bitch. Huh?
Yeah.
What's your favorite episode or season?
Jesse.
I was
probably-
tripped out how the son, like, all his scenes were either him falling or eating cereal.
I think it's all mad,
Eating
huh?
Cheerios.
Yeah. Probably my favorite episode is when he sets the bomb on fucking on the guy with the
Or
wheelchair.
the clicker, yeah. That's a good one.
It's like
when his face is all,
And
like
then like
burnt.
beep, 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 boom, yes, su madre.
He
Yeah.
looks like Two-Face, right?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
shit's hard as fuck, bro.
Those
And then
the special effects are pretty.
Yeah.
They're pretty graphic.
That lady from that bought the house, she's over there always outside, like shooing away the people that go over there and
Throwing
take pictures of
pizzas
it.
in
dude.
New Mexico.
So I
Yeah.
googled that shit when I was over there. I was like, should we go?
Yeah, because people would drive by and try to
Harassing
throw
that
a
lady.
pizza on her roof.
Is that in
Yeah, dude.
Albuquerque?
Oh, because
Yeah,
of
dude, New Mexico right there.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
so I heard that was an accident. It wasn't supposed to land, but and then they kept rolling with it.
I was making it.
Well, it seemed like it was fucking premeditated. Like it shit. You know, if you would do that, I would probably leave it too. That shit was pretty cool.
That's a new
But now everybody's throwing fucking pizzas at this fucking lady's house, and they want to go take pictures and shit.
Pizzas are expensive too, man. For them to be throwing,
Yeah, don't throw pizza. You better eat it.
yeah, throw pupusa up there, bro.
Pupus, I don't know.
I think that when that guy found out in Breaking Bad when that guy got the book and he realized that he was the guy. Remember when he was taking his shit and he found
Yeah.
the book?
The brother-in-law?
That's a good
I
one.
think the brother-in-law right there, as fat as he was and everything that all the Australia he's been through his whole life, in real life he probably would have had a heart attack right there, dude. Or
'Cause his life is over.
or busted a hemorrhoid. Or he would
To
have
find out something, imagine it.
Well, I
would've-
think that's what he was holding inside in the
Because he
end,
would have
dude.
realized right there, I was duped. I'm in trouble too. How can you not realize that he's in trouble too?
Well, he
All
felt
right.
like a fucking idiot, I think, dude.
But the real question is, would you have told them like, all right, I caught you. Now give me 20 million, and we're gonna pretend this shit never happened.
I would have waited, bro, and then catch him the right way, bro, and not the way he did it, like that, all stupid.
That's
and
what
shit.
got him
Like,
killed, bro.
It was his bravado that got him in trouble like that.
Oh, his ego.
He could have, yeah, he goes, because also, man, he felt like this fucking guy was smarter than me his whole life.
That's
he
how
was
smart
smart,
that
though.
fool was, though, dude. You know what I mean?
He was a smart. I mean, he's a brainiac. Like, damn, you could cook meth at 99.9% purity, dog.
But in the end, bro, he didn't know shit, Heisenberg.
He was all fucking learning as he went, dog.
Because his brother-in-law told him right there, he goes, you might be a genius and all that, but you can't even see that this guy made his decision
Yeah?
20 minutes ago.
Yeah, he called him out, dude.
Do you want to see the dopest Breaking Bad tattoo you ever seen in your
Yeah, I
life?
see it, bro.
See it, bro.
You haven't? Wow!
see?
God damn,
Put it
bro.
on the
That's a
camera,
nice
dog.
fucking portrait, bro.
That looks so fake.
This is the best, the best, full. It's old, fool. It's like 10
No,
years.
that's tight,
It's
bro.
like 11 years
Why
old.
do you have
I didn't know
the-
you were fucking that into it, dude. God
Whoa.
damn, bro.
I wasn't. I was just like, what would be a good theme?
Not my dad. This guy is.
Hey, whoa!
Big,
Why do you have the diaphragm in the middle on your leg, bro?
I don't know.
This guy,
I guess he cooks good math.
Nunca me dio cintarazos, eh?
He
I
cooks
know, huh?
good math.
Life is.
Hey, this shit won like 12 trophies.
It's tight, bro.
Where, bro?
In Tampa, in Hawaii.
For real, bro.
Sorry,
Who
bro.
did the art? That's badass. Let him show me again.
That's
Adrian Lazaro. I'm gonna fucking shout him out.
You take a
Adrian
picture
Lazaro.
of it
That
and
looks,
send it to Ray so everybody can see
that
it.
looks insane, bro. Here, let me. Take a fucking,
Shit, look at the fuck. It even has the bullet holes,
Let
fool.
me take a photo.
How long did all that take, dude?
Oh,
It didn't
yeah.
say-
Well, this whole
segments?
leg is over like 100 hours.
When they were doing the periodic chart, did you get to learn what every symbol means, or you just
Not
said, fuck
really.
it, eh?
I just said fuck it, eh. We fucking
What
came
makes
up with
speed,
the
dog?
Nah, I don't
I
know.
don't fucking
Let me see the
know.
back of it. That's fucking Ben Franklin with a cold sore right there.
with the cold sore, no mames.
Puros y
That shit looks all 3D now.
That's another immigrant, fool. He's English, homie.
Yeah, there you go. He's not even a fucking president. He's one of the founding fathers, but people think
Just
yeah,
because, yeah.
you know.
Cuz, bro, he was out there fucking
Flying kites.
flying kite with his hotel key looking for hoes, bro.
Looking for a whole.
Well, he said he was a mad lover
But
boy.
you know
no?
what, man?
Ben, that's what he died from syphilis,
Ben
right?
Franklin, even though he was not there in the battles, he was out there in France getting a shitload of money, bro, so we could win this fucking war and making promises.
Strategy and financing,
And pretty
fool.
much bankrupting France for we could fucking have a country. And then later on and shit, France went into a revolution because of his ass.
Dude, I mean, shit, that's why
Because
Because
the
Who
people
knows his history?
history for fools, bro.
History for
and-
fools.
Which reads I talk.
And he had gnarly syphilis too. That's what I heard.
No way.
Yeah.
What a whore.
But I don't.
Hey, bro.
In The Office.
keep it clean, dog.
Oh,
If you would have
shit.
saw somebody that likes The Office, right? And you would have showed him that tattoo, and that fool would have went like this
Michael Scott.
and go, I got Stanley, bro, with the chili.
Yo,
be a
can't
good
build the
one,
chili.
bro.
I mean, that's a pretty dope show too, though. But
It's great, bro.
But you see it as lower than your tattoo because it's Stanley.
yeah, Stanley wasn't a bad boy, fool.
So it's be Michael
He
or
didn't
what?
cook,
Michael
man.
Scott?
Fool. No,
When he goes like this, bro, and then the chili falls when he moves his.
What
Toby,
if,
eh?
what if I had because I love Friends, like fucking Joey, you know?
You'll be kicked out of the podcast.
don't do it,
No,
fool.
no, not
Don't even
friends.
get tattoos.
Don't just get the monkey, bro.
Don't even get.
Marcel the
Get his
monkey.
Chinese girlfriend, eh?
Fool, don't even get tats, fool. Therefore, don't even.
I
do
can't pull it off.
How long
I
did
know I
that take,
can't.
bro? Long in the series?
it. This whole thing is like over 100 hours.
It's a lot. That's sitting right
This is
there.
a whole full leg sleep.
It's really?
Yeah. That
Quítate
shit.
los pantalones.
So you sold a garage to pay for that.
Huh?
You flipped the garage.
Basically,
Well, I mean, I do. The fucking.
You only
they
have
cost
them on your
money,
leg or
bro.
your whole body?
I got everything.
This
Let me
was
see,
like
bro.
the
Why you cover 'em up,
Yakuza,
bro?
dog.
Hey, take off your.
Look at this.
Who's that? Is that Oh, that's the guy from the Bee
Jesus.
Gees.
No, this
Oh.
is Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Vikings.
Really, bro?
yeah.
And that looks like Sue's, bro.
You look asleep.
That looks like the homeless.
I know he's watching.
You just drank a protein.
man.
Who he's watching over on that
That
one?
fool doesn't
You
look.
just drank a protein shake. Eh?
How about the other arm, bro? You
It's
got
all
over
bu-
there.
It's tight though, fool.
Oh, yeah, dude. Jesus Cristo.
What was your first one, dog?
What is it?
Chilo, boy.
Oh,
Look at that eye,
Is
fool.
that your dog?
The all seeing eye, bro.
Y'all see now if I'm looking at
Because I
you,
seen
fool.
the one that you had on top of Benjamin
Yeah.
Franklin, dude.
This is a fucking.
Yeah, how come and you never
Who's
showed
that
the
guy?
tattoos?
Soccer.
I
fool.
do.
Oh, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Who's that, bro?
This is who is this?
Zeus?
No, this is Poseidon,
Okay.
and Zeus is up here.
All right, tight.
One of those three crosses, bro.
Mariscos, bro.
This is
It's so stupid, Marisco.
Mariscos, homie.
when Jesus Christ was on the cross,
Yeah,
and there
it's
was
the
three of
two
them.
homies that
You,
got
you know,
Good thief and the bad
you
thief?
remember those two guys' names that are with him?
Baltasar and oh no, that's
You know why they
No, I
don't remember him, bro?
forgot.
Because they don't remember the headliner, bro.
damn. Oh, which
So
one?
that's an old joke, bro.
Hey, those fools got
I learned it in the catch skills. You know?
those fools got crucified too, man. Like nobody knows
They
their
don't even
name.
know the headline.
Let me-
I can't even see the headliner.
let's
Kill as
fuck
much as
yourself,
you want
man.
tonight, bro. Do your thing.
You know what Jesus said when he was up there, bro? He said, "Hey, Peter, I can see your house from here."
What a fucking guy.
That's why we're Catholic, right?
Christian.
Oh, I'm Catholic, bro.
Well, I was raised Catholic.
Our
Homie.
Jesus is still on the cross, bro, making sure everybody puts a little money in there. Going,
Our churches don't sing like
Dos
your.
veces más.
Yeah, we
"Are you
don't,
gonna be like this, bro, like this, bro? Cabrón."
we don't sing
Pongan
it, we
cabrones.
don't sing and dance like your churches, bro. Fucking.
Church is one of those churches.
But you're Christian or Catholic?
Catholic.
I
Your
was
church-
raised Catholic.
your church-
I just got baptized into
Oh,
the Christian
really?
church because of my wife.
for the real
Oh.
estate.
For the real estate on
It
it.
became a hallelujah.
Hey man,
So okay, so the names was.
do your church have tambourines and like people hold snakes?
No.
People cry at the end. They're
There's a
crying.
lot of. See, I went from the Catholic church
all serious?
where it's like
Santa Maria, Madre.
Hallelujah, Santa Maria. Madre,
Like the happiest songs
that,
sound like Guadalupana, you know, right?
and going to the Christian church with all they do is sing.
Happy, huh?
I'm like, I still struggle with it. Because, first of all, I went to church in Spanish,
Yeah.
Santa Maria, Madre.
I don't even know prayers in English.
English.
truth be told.
Santa Maria, Madre
Like,
de
we
Dios.
grew
I
up
don't
like
know in I don't know
going
in
to
English.
church in Spanish, and when I started going to church in English, I estaba confundido. I'm like,
You're the only one going like this, huh?
see, I was only, and then like they sing. Have you been a
Yeah.
Christian man?
What do they sing?
Yeah.
Like a bunch of
Jesus
Christian
is our
songs,
friend.
yes.
Dun, dun,
No, they
dun,
sing.
dun.
It's like, it's kind of like, you know, the rhythm of La Guadalupana.
Yeah.
It's all chant, like
but it's
praise.
all, pero wait, por like an hour.
They sing the old rugged cross.
Yeah, basically.
Dun, dun, dun,
Something like
dun.
that. So it's kind of
This
like
is the day.
like
This is the day that the Lord has
Bro,
made.
some of those songs they can become soccer chants, fool.
yeah.
Jesus is
That's how they are. To me, it's like a lot of rah, rah, rah.
It is, and I'm just like, I'm used to like the padre, like, you know, reading the Bible, and then like,
Because the songs are
We
all
used
like
to
praising
leave in
Jesus
at a
Christ.
certain time out of that motherfucker.
yes. Like we knew we were gonna be there for an hour.
How yours just long, bro?
Fuck,
No,
that shit was
fool,
2
that
hours,
shit's
bro.
like 2 hours sometimes.
Oh fuck that, bro.
But I didn't know that. You know, I started going to church again, and I'm like, this guy's fuck, fool, I just had a long ass day. Like,
It's gonna get longer,
you
dog.
know, like,
And it's all sitting, or people stand up.
no,
and
you
they-
stand, but it's not like the Catholic church where you're like, all right,
Read
it's
the
time
Bible.
to you put the little thing down and you get on your knees and you pray.
Catholic church is the best, bro. Da la mano a tu hermano. And you know there's 10 minutes left,
Yeah,
bro.
you guys should
And,
have
and
like,
then they walk around with the little thing,
I used to do that.
the
like-
incense.
Oh, yeah. Burn the little smoke.
Bro, I love the smell of that. It's like church
incense?
smell.
Yeah.
They don't have that in Christian church, bro.
frankincense.
Yeah, so whatever, you know, like
So you're a Rastafarian, bro.
I'm not a Rastafarian. I just like the smell.
Are
Like
there-
that's a
little
church
bit.
smell.
Just a little bit, man.
Hey,
Are
man.
there people selling food outside,
I
like the
take
Christian churches?
Jamaican sea moss actually, but anyways,
Do they sell food outside your church?
no.
Oh, dude, not like the Catholic churches. There's fucking people selling fucking
Pichitardeada.
everything, bro.
No.
We have bingo and shit.
Tengo donas.
Fucking
Esa donas, güey?
yeah, bro.
The one in East LA on 3rd.
Our church, Lord Bishop, we sold hella donuts, bro.
Dude,
Really?
Boxes.
I've never seen so many donuts in my life. It's like a cop convention off.
Now, what church you guys go to, fool?
Queen of Angels, dog.
I went to, you know Queen of Angels?
Yeah,
I
in
went to
Riverside,
fucking Dolores
Saint-
Mission, Father Greg Boyle.
I went to St. Mary's right there in Boyle Heights, and I went on the one that came out
Greg
of
Boyle.
Blood in, blood out.
Blood and Blood, and also
They stabbed that dude.
Familia,
Yeah.
up on the.
I want to have him on the podcast.
by King Taco on East LA. I used to go to that one. They always sell food outside, bro. Like
2 hours, huh?
Praising the Lord, bro.
I used to go to a Christian church when I was in rehab. Burbank Christian Church, Burbank Community Church. Shout out to Father, Pastor Jones. Hardcore.
And that's another thing.
Speaking the word.
There's
And your church
pastors, there's
type-
like,
Yeah, they're
Deacon.
not priests.
fool, that was
Deacon,
that was-
bishop.
That was different for
that's
me.
the truth, right? Wait, they have a family? Like what the fuck?
Hey,
just like,
you
wait,
realize
what?
that you can pay yourself, you can pay your way in that one, huh?
And which one?
The Christian one.
Probably.
The tax
Hey,
deductible
Do you have
donation.
to? Do that one has the thing where you have to give 10% of your earnings to them?
Oh no, that probably won't happen.
I was gonna ask you about the one.
Sightings.
The one,
Nah.
The one with the snake, is that Foursquare or Pentecostal?
Pentecostal.
Yeah.
Because there's some churches that are Christian that you have to give tithing like 10% of your paycheck. I used to work with Esparza from Guatemala.
No, I
used to work with
but-
Esparza, and he told me that his church, it was Pentecostal, and the pastor was asking for tithing, like everybody that goes to that church, 10%. So you make $200 a week,
Yeah.
$20.
What I wanted to say though is the churches that do that, they actually find jobs for the people that are in their church. They kind of like, so it's like, you know, they're wetting their beak a little bit after they set them up.
But do you agree with that?
Yes,
Bro,
and no,
that's a
dude.
little bit excessive.
It is, but I
So
mean,
you don't give
even,
no money at your church?
No, I give money to my church, but
But you don't.
$1.
fucking gift
No,
certificate.
$5.
I mean, I pay $1,000 a month for my daughter's tuition.
Well, that's what you're paying. There's
know what I'm
your,
saying? Aside from
it's
that-
private school.
Yeah.
So there you're paying a church already.
So I'm like, I'm not okay with that, dog. Like,
'Cause
give me 10% of your earnings.
At
Hey,
these,
and they don't even pay taxes,
at those Baptist churches, they give 10%. Cause there's a fucking uncle, cousin junior or nephew Tommy. Nephew Tommy, he does crank calls, and he pretended to be a pastor.
he's
He calls up
funny,
this black
bro.
family, and he tells this lady that lady, I want to know that you're tithing for this week. Your check bounced. He said, what? Yeah. He goes, I wrote 2 checks. Yeah. One of them bounced. You pay your tithing for last week, but this week it bounced. I want to know when we can collect that money. He goes, my checks don't bounce. But she was like, instead of saying, screw you, what you're asking me for the tidings, you know, that I owe you, she said my check didn't bounce. So she was okay with them calling her, but to tell her that, all that shit, dog.
but you know,
Oh.
but she wasn't even like smart enough to recognize that. You know what? Fuck you. I
and how do
ain't
they
gonna give you that.
verify your income?
You tell them.
Humbly, fool. On the honor system.
I'm
dog.
over here thinking real estate. Like, how do you verify this? Like, do you have to provide taxes and then be like 10% of that?
So your church
That's
probably not one
crazy.
of those alleluias, because that's the one. Most of the ones you call alleluias are the ones that like they're doing a church outside, of, like right after the karate class left.
Well, the people that I know that do
In
that,
South
they're
LA?
musicians at their church too. So they're probably doing like 3 jobs, bro.
That's crazy, fool.
But they keep it
Do you
afloat.
volunteer your church? Do they make you? Like you gotta put in hours?
You're an altar boy?
I volunteer when they go on field trips.
Yeah,
So, like, I
man.
want to be there. Like, for
No, yeah.
I have a 10-year-old dog.
Man, when you're in the
And I really like do security job like when I'm there. The other parents, they be like fucking having a blast, and I'm just like, we're not here for this, dog. We're here to take care of these kids, like supervise, like make sure there's no, you know, it's a Christian school, so it's like,
You never put your kids through Catholic church, or nobody went to a Catholic school here?
No, me no.
Catechism was like the
Catechism was the only thing I did.
My baby mama's daughter, she went to Catholic school. Not only did they pay the school, but the fucking families, they gotta like they're the mom or the kid's parent, they gotta do like, man, I don't know how many hours they gotta put in every semester, bro, volunteering. Like there's a
top of
carnival,
that.
you gotta go volunteer. Field trip, like you have to be there.
For the church, yeah.
And like they force the parents to get involved with the school because in public school they don't do that.
well, it's a big difference between public.
You went to
Public
public school, bro?
Yeah,
Huntington Park.
if I went to like 5 high schools, fool.
What?
Yeah, I got. Yeah.
They kicked you out for fighting or what? You were in a
yeah,
gang?
From HP, yeah.
You're from an HP gang? Don't lie, bro. You can say it here.
Don't lie,
From
bro.
Florence.
Nah.
King
They kicked me out
Cobra?
of fucking HP, and then I went to Bell, and then they kicked me out of Bell. I went to Southgate, they kicked me out of Southgate. I want to continue. Wait, sure.
Bell's little, huh?
Yeah, fool. But,
I used to work out all those.
and then I
schools,
went
bro.
back to Southgate, and I ended up graduating. So,
Southgate.
yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
Did the whole tour, huh?
I did
the
the
whole
tour.
fucking- the
No,
whole-
but I dropped out when they were trying to send me to Fremont.
Where's that at?
That's why I drew the line. I was like, nah, fool.
Where's
fool,
Fremont?
I might not make it back, dog. Like,
Fremont and Inglewood?
real.
no, right there in South Central.
Oh shit.
So they were like, you're going to Fremont. And I'm like, fuck, no.
School of Hard Knocks, huh?
So, and you know, I dropped out for a little bit. I think that's what dropping out is what changed my life.
Check the viewers, bro. What are they
Let's see what
saying?
they're saying.
What's your Instagram?
True Hustle Podcast.
And your podcast comes out every day? On what day?
Every Monday. Every Monday at 5. You want some real estate advice? Go follow jrjimenezre. Damn, fool, look at that.
Who's that in the purple hat?
Where?
Right there.
That fool?
Yeah.
That's the Horchata with oatmeal. What's it called?
Awesome.
Director.
Okay.
That's a good one too.
He wrote it, that guy?
Yeah.
What's the name of the movie?
Horchata with oatmeal. It's pretty dope. I liked it.
I liked it too. It was fun.
Yeah.
What's
Just
up,
seen the
fool?
trailer.
What's it called? Let's see. Let's go Dodgers. What's up, fool? He's a cop playing undercover.
That's what I thought.
Damn,
Big rata, eh?
Because of the hair?
And the
Yeah.
gang unit.
Yeah.
That haircut says police brutality coming
Well, I
up.
was bald my whole
Let me
life.
see your
You're a cholo.
Me too.
I was bald forever. I used to shave my head with the Mach 3s. Remember when Brady came out?
Yeah, so you're bald.
I was bald.
Really?
That's why he got kicked out, eh?
Pelon, bro.
Pelon.
Yeah, what things like
Cyclone,
shaved head,
delivering a
but
metal
bald,
rainstorm. Fucking Psycho Realm, homie. I used to fucking Psycho Realm is the shit.
I always thought that you gotta be famous by doing stand-up comedy and putting your reels. But now, man, you could just be famous, bro, like dancing like an idiot, bro, at a fucking swap meet any part of America.
I think you're right, bro. And that's
it's-
it's crazy.
Dude,
You could go famous for cualquier pinche pendejada que haces.
no skill needed, bro. No
None,
fucking,
fool,
none of that
none.
shit, dude.
You know what? It's a problem
No,
when you,
well,
when
to
you,
be a dope comedian, you need skill.
Yeah,
but
when
I'm
you start overthinking it, it's not gonna work. You gotta do it.
Yeah.
just post it.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Like you saw that guy in the red.
Yeah, no, fucking. Oh my gosh, so people kept tagging you, kept tagging Concrete, kept tagging Carlos Vallarta. Because this guy
a fool
looks
with
like
long hair or
yeah,
what?
this fool looks like all these
Can you
guys
play
put
that
together.
video,
And
bro?
what?
That guy in the red.
Yes, it looks like and Concrete
wanna
made a
see.
video. Actually, it was so funny, dude. So yeah, it looks like
Concrete
you.
been staying
What's
quiet
up,
lately,
JT?
bro. He might do another. He might do the video already.
So this fool looks like Concrete. It looks a lot
I
like
shared it
yeah.
on my story.
It looks like yeah, you three put together. You, Concrete, and fucking Carlos Vallarta. It's so funny, dude.
Where is this place, bro?
That looked like in Mexico, dude.
But it's not Mexico. It's Texas.
Oh, de veras?
Yeah.
Laredo, dog.
Laredo,
Fucking
homie.
Laredo, right next to that guy, 956. What's his name? Ooh-ah.
Hoo-ha. Oh, and,
Can't wait.
where's el?
El Apache. He's a dark ass fool.
Oh,
from-
fucking el pinche el Bronco, güey.
El Bronco,
big-
right?
Oh,
Bronco.
Guadalupe from Bronco?
No, the fake one.
The fake,
Oh, the fake
the
one.
fake Bronco, yeah.
He's more famous than the real one.
He is
now,
more famous than the
shit.
real one, yeah. They're
Oh,
gonna-
bro, that fool, before he gets out of the car to go to that club, he fucking sprays Axe all over his body, bro.
Oh, dude.
Perfumado, huh?
You know what
Oh.
I'm talking about, right? 956 Bronco?
No.
You should have him on your podcast, bro.
Dude,
Who
so
is it?
he's like he looks like the singer from Bronco, and it's just like a guy who like cosplays as him, and like people paying money to like go to
Send him
like
the video, bro.
He's like famous.
to
and shit.
rodeos and all that shit, dude.
And he just looks like the fucking singer from Bronco.
he looks
Yeah,
like
but
he looks more
He
than
fucking
him.
goes and sings.
He's
Con
like George Perez
zapatos
with a
de
headband,
tacón.
bro.
Las nenas se ven. Fool, hey, you gotta be a real
Oh,
paisa
please.
for that.
Oh,
And
dude.
then-
How about Banda Vallarta show? Fool? Fuck.
Un indio quiere llorar,
Un
bro.
indio que that's Banda Macho.
Yeah. So that's all that little fucking air.
Well, I saw that
did you grow
comment. Un niño quiere llorar, bro. Oh,
story.
man. I think it's always sad because it usually happen when it's a dark person talking
Uh-huh.
and like talking shit. Either someone like me or George or some prieto like that, right? I saw the video and then somebody wrote about him. Un niño quiere llorar.
That was a banger though.
Yeah, because supposedly that's a real story turned into the song, you know, obviously.
Really?
That's it.
I can't find it.
But all those, like, you know, old school.
But I'm gonna send the video of the
That's
guys.
the beginning of
the
all
guys
that
singing
shit.
to
Like,
Ray
kind of like, you
Manda.
know,
of the other guy in the red.
kind of like Quebradita days. And, you know what I mean?
Damn, if I still remember growing up, Alameda swap me, fool. They had quebradita Sundays.
Oh,
homie.
yeah, bro. That shit was huge, dog.
That was big, fool. Quebradita Sundays, dog. Fuck.
Alameda swap me? What's that at?
Right there in Alameda.
Alameda, dude.
And
that,
Is that
is
an
it?
indoor swap meet?
it's a mixture.
It's a mixture. It's like indoor and outdoor. But
We go there, bro, to eat food, and they play banda outside. And me and my cousin go there just to buy the bootleg wrestling DVDs, bro. Like, fuck, man.
well, that's the swap meet I grew up going to.
So, dude, it's like right there, like on
so,
like,
like-
look.
Oh, that's the fool that was battling and fucking almost kicked this chick?
Oh, Concrete did it already. That's Concrete.
That's
okay.
not me, fool.
Damn, dude. So that lady also went viral. That looks like Vallarta and fucking Concrete and then Felipe. Yeah.
No, she
Damn,
fucking
bro.
kicked him.
How many views do they have? When did he do it? I didn't see it.
He didn't do it today, dude.
Awesome.
Yeah, but
There was a guy who did it. Just a normal guy who did it. You know, he just got a red suit. He got the black bag. He went.
But I wonder if that dude was trying to go viral.
Nah,
I don't think these people, bro. I don't think.
In the moment.
I don't think you go do like 2 rails of meth and you go.
Yeah, that fool's
I
on
want
a
to
sick
I
one,
want to go
dog.
viral. Eh?
I got a new business.
That fool was just on a sick when it was like,
He was doing
Fuck it, let's
binkies,
go.
fool.
I don't want to get into a fight with a woman that gets an actual hickey tattooed on her neck, bro.
fuck, she had a hickey tattoo on her.
Yeah, bro. And then she had all this
A trail of
was
lips.
cheetahs, bro, like cheetahs.
Oh no, fool, she's for the streets, pal.
Yeah, bro. I don't.
she's
That's where she belongs.
I don't
bro.
mess with nobody with lips tattoos because they're full of shit, or anybody that trust no one tattoos. Like you really gotta write that.
Trust no bitch.
Trust no bitch. He's a
Force
bitch.
that shit.
I got enemies. Like, bro, you're
Only God could judge me. Fuck.
Yeah, all right. Eh.
My favorite banker,
So you
dog.
just do whatever the fuck you want, eh?
Kind
With no
of, dog.
repercussions, eh?
It's like, well, actually, yeah, only God could judge you. No, I mean,
In the end, bro.
in the end.
All right, eh? Don't pull them over, eh? Only God's gonna judge you. He's a sovereign citizen.
Tell that to the judge.
Don't take him to jail for the DUI.
Only God
Only
could
God could
judge
judge him.
him.
Who the fuck are you? No, I mean,
Or I hate when I see people like in their 40s saying I have haters. Like, bro, like what? Like what the fuck? Like,
you're too old.
You're fucking landlord, bro. Like what the fuck? What the fuck, dude?
My landlord being a bitch.
Who wants to rent on the first? Who is this guy?
Who
Capital
is
One.
this guy?
Fuck
Like,
Capital
why the
One,
fuck
bro.
is he raising my rent? Fuck this fool. You know that renting is optional?
But he forced you to be here.
You know? Yeah, well, fuck my landlord.
Hell yeah, bro. When I moved out, it's a box full of roaches and there were eggs.
Fuck, dude.
When we were in Portland, it's all like anti-landlord over there. It said "kill all landlords" on the wall.
Hell
Right?
yeah.
Fuck.
Really?
Yeah.
What the
Why
Rent free.
though?
I don't. Hey, bro.
Like,
That's
go
a culture,
buy.
bro.
Okay, if you don't, like, just go buy your own shit then.
Yeah.
Kill all mortgages too, bro.
Yeah, that's like,
It was crazy out there. I was like, damn, bro.
I don't pay first or last.
These fools are for
It's
real.
not, I don't pay my
it's like,
first
how dare
or
you
my
charge
last.
me to live here? Jesus Christ.
I should put on people who live in an apartment and they start renovating. Dude, it's an apartment. What the fuck you doing? Why are you nailing fucking glass mirrors on your wall, bro? You live in an apartment. This fool added an extra room, bro. He's renting an extra room. What are you doing?
Well, maybe the landlord's so old he just never goes by that.
Well, see, that's what fools
Then you
do,
got guys like
bro.
here, bro, who do go by.
Every day, bro.
I'll be checking.
Well, you know like how fools are?
I'll be checking.
It says on your contract not to sublet, and fools will still sublet. You know what I mean? It's
Or
like
sublet or Airbnb like this guy.
I don't Airbnb.
And then they get mad.
It's
fool.
no comment. Well, that's what when you call them out.
Like,
That's
people
what-
have the audacity to get mad.
Why they get mad, bro? Or can you go in there and ask them where your Airbnb in there?
Nah, I mean,
How do you find out? Because like,
I
you're looking
mean,
for
it's hard to find. I mean, fortunately for me, paisas don't like fucking to Airbnb, and paisas don't like fucking people over like that. So it's
Yeah.
like we're pretty safe. You know, that's pretty common in other neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Tenemos respeto.
But, yeah, but like in Southgate, HP, well, paisas don't like people like that coming over.
Yeah.
They don't want fucking people in and out of their house. That's more like a
Like a more
third, fourth generation, or you know, like you know. But the fucking paisas,
When you start
paisas,
learning how to bend the rules, huh?
You
You
know?
start squatting and shit.
like
Like,
fuck.
I was gonna tell you that one day when I met up with you guys. When I came back, I was all walking in Portland. Oh, there was a fool right there with that. I didn't record that it said "kill all landlords," but then there was a fool in the park, the elephant park. You said that went across it in the buildings where we were staying at. It stops, but then it starts going that way by that Mary's Club.
Yeah.
And then there was a fool right there ripping the dank like an old fool, like hard, bro. I sent it to Ray. I don't know if you guys want to look at it, but
Yes, ain't it?
but it was crazy, dog. And that's when I said it was on the wall, "kill all landlords." I'm like, oh my
just one
god.
crazy guy.
Damn, man, ain't that serious? Huh?
Yeah, I mean, it was serious. But I
God
mean,
damn,
dude,
I know
this
some of these people act like they live with the slumlord.
I think this fool got evicted. He's all
Man,
mad,
fool.
bro.
yeah, so I don't know if it was.
I'm building 2 ADUs right now, and I'm like, and I bet you somebody's still gonna find fucking, like, if it was brand new construction, and they'll still find a fucking reason to be unhappy Well, go buy your own shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's fucking
The neighbor are
crazy.
getting mad you have an ADU?
Nah. Well, not yet. At least it's 2 of them.
Bro, you ever go to a property and you look around and you go, oh my God, none of this shit was approved by the city, but they still built it.
Yeah,
But
there's
it
a lot
looks
of,
good. But you have to register no matter what. How you do it. The new owner has to, right? Because when I was buying a home, when I was looking for a home, I went to this place. Then I started looking around, me and Lisa. Then we looked at the thing. Then I went over there, the easement, and then when I went over there, and I said, this house is bigger than it says here.
It doesn't matter.
but you could tell.
And it was like an extra.
I could tell right away when it's not original.
It was like an extra
You
home.
could tell in the creases,
The cracks.
like the roof. Like I know right away when
it's
there's
not flush. You can just there's like a lot of Mickey Mouse
like a
stuff.
bunch of Mickey Mouse shit that you're like, what the fuck?
What are you talking about?
This is not original. Or I could tell when a house has like foundation problems just by walking it.
And then you're walking into
'Cause
those
you
problems if
feel.
you buy it.
Yeah. Like I'll be like, oh hell no. Like I was gonna buy a property where the fucking garage, the upstairs units, and it had 2 units upstairs and had the garages in the bottom, and the garages were leaning like this, dog.
Put a fucking.
Just
put a
pressing
fucking
into
pole,
each other,
homie.
dude.
And then, like in each unit upstairs, the tiles were cracked. So that right there tells you that
Foundation,
shit
yeah.
was sagging, and there's a problem here.
Tortas, bro.
Buy it, bro.
Tortas. Fuck that shit.
And then when shit's built wrong, you know, some fools think you can just like, you know what? Let me just set some concrete, put some posts. I mean, you have to let it sit, you know, be structurally sound.
Every
Now
time
I just get picky. I want them all like single story. Like I don't want.
You'll do the add-on. Or
Every
But I
time
learned so much from all the fucking mistakes I made.
Every time I
you
drive
start
down,
pulling shit back, dude.
Yeah.
I knew a guy that he didn't like his landlord, bro. And that fool was drilling holes in his house in the wall and putting running water hose through it and then sealing it
Whoa,
before he left.
Karma's a bitch, dog.
Not for this guy.
But he said, in that guy's behalf, he said that he partied with a landlord a couple of times, and then one day he came back and all his comic book collection, somebody stole it, bro. And he thought it was a
Oh,
landlord.
I seen fucking people do some crazy shit.
That guy said he started drilling holes and then pouring water through them and then sealing them all over the pad before he left.
Got the fucking hardcore water damage.
Water's
Molding too.
Oh, dude, yeah, black mold like a motherfucker, bro.
You ever anybody do something genius like that?
yeah, something like they go like
Nah.
Like you go to a house, bro, they fucking hid bodies, bro, in the walls.
Nah.
You ever
Thank God I
you ever
haven't
go? Does someone ever move out and there's like 2 extra rooms? You're like, fuck yeah, dude. Like,
been- Nah,
money,
hell
dude.
nah. I just fucking I thank God I haven't dealt with crazy shit like that. But it's in the areas that I'm at. Can it happen? Yes, but it's very, you know,
If you keep it legit, you don't have to worry about any issues in the
you
future.
don't have to worry
you know?
about shit.
Some fool
Like
calling
if
you on
it,
some, you
like
know.
if the structure's not legal, I won't rent it because it's people don't know. Oh, shit.
opening up the road to liability, dude.
Yeah,
Especially
but
if it's
you
a-
gotta don't rent anything illegal. That's all I'm saying. Because then you're gonna have to fucking pay these people back. Not giving nobody no ideas.
Yeah,
you
man.
know? But you just have to know, like, fuck that. For me, if I'm gonna rent it, it's because it has a fucking is legit as fuck.
It's an address.
It has an address. It has its own utilities, and there's nothing that could ever come back to me.
Who's been like your worst guest, bro? When you're like trying to get this guy to talk, they're supposed to give me nothing.
on the podcast.
Don't
You know
mention
what?
them, but where you really did this guy didn't talk.
I just think I've been very fortunate to have everybody. Everybody likes to talk that I had. You know what I'm saying? But
Why are you gay?
but but there's some that are like
Like they're super cool. Like
no, they're like it's like you ask me a question, be like, yeah,
that's the worst.
like oh fuck, now you gotta pull it out of them. Like, okay, fool, like elaborate. Like this is the podcast. Damn it, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe like
So
they
I
don't
had-
have podcast experience or they don't.
Need to
You
get
know?
warmed up, eh?
But fool, like it's like if
Maybe
you
they-
come to a
Give 'em
podcast,
shot, bro.
The top of the hour, huh?
it's like if you come to a podcast, you know you're gonna talk, right?
Yeah,
You're gonna have a conversation, right? So like
we've had some fools like that. They're just like,
this. Ask me a question, fool.
hey, so so have you ever rented like a apartment to like a ghetto person?
Yeah.
All right. Help you
No
out.
mames, güey. Like, oh, yeah, let's elaborate. Talk a little bit more, güey. You know, make it interesting. But, you know, at the end of the day, it took time to come to the podcast. So I guess you got to work a little bit harder and shit.
Damn. What's up, everybody? Felipe Esparza right here. MartinRizo, Rodrigo Torres.
Yeah, man.
Jimenez right here.
Forgot. He forgot.
And we have shows July what? 26th?
So tomorrow I'm headlining San Diego American Comedy Company.
Whoa.
Come on out, guys. It's gonna be fun.
San Diego.
There's a whole bunch of tickets sold already, but please come out. And then June 26th.
June 26th, me and Martin Rizzo at the Comedy Club of Kansas City, 7 p.m. show. Tickets are on sale on the website. Both links are on our bios.
And July 18th, I'll be headlining the Spotlight Casino Comedy Club. And this weekend, I'll be in New Mexico at Quesada's Comedy Club.
Quesada, you know who owns that club? That's the cop from Breaking Bad.
Oh,
partner.
His partner.
shit, Hank.
Yeah, Hank's partner.
Oh, that dude.
Yeah.
The Mexican
Latino
food,
fools.
yeah.
What was the name of the show?
And where's that at?
Gomez.
New Mexico.
In Albuquerque, yeah.
Oh, and
So-
he lives in it. That's dope.
So I'm gonna stop by the house and throw pizza up there. So
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck. Take a picture or else it never happened.
What's your Instagram? People can follow you.
True Hustle Podcast. Or jrjimenezre.
What's
Follow
up,
both.
fool?
see you guys at Ojo Locos.
See you at Ojo Loco.
We got to take this.
We got it.